Hello and welcome, everyone. I am Travis, otherwise known as Zendaric, your local resident wizard here, enchanting to meet you. And I am super excited to announce our Magpie Madness and A Tale of D20s presents Passion de los Pasiones. I always mess that up, but I'm here to celebrate with everyone. And I want to quickly run through a few things before I pass it over to our MC. We are proud to present this game. We are sponsored by Magpie Games, running Magpie Madness. This is for charity. We are partnering with the Trevor Project. You can donate within Twitch directly. You can see we've raised over $200. Our goal is 1,000 by the end of the years. So please let's work towards that. If you can't donate, please hang out and watch and share. Sharing is caring and sharing is free. Let's get the word out there for a wonderful cause. And we also have the pleasure of being sponsored by Magpie Games, and we have a giveaway. So in chat, if you type Magpie Madness with a space and nothing else, you'll be entered by our bot for a chance to win. So we actually have giveaways starting all next week. We have one for each weekend, all the way through and ending on Halloween. So we have 4 core books to give away, and we would love for you to be entered in a chance to win. So please do that. We'll remind you after the break. Magpie Madness, 2 words. And with that, I am going to pass it over here to our MC, Zach, to walk us through today's game and introduce our characters. Zach, take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name's Zach Nelson. I've been GMing and playing mostly Powered by the Apocalypse and other storytelling games with a touch of the more traditional combat dungeon crawly stuff. And it's really great to have you all here. Really excited to raise some money for the Trevor Project and tell a really dramatic story. Um, we're going to let everyone introduce themselves. You can find me on Twitch and Instagram at Zach Natius.
I guess we should just go down the line on screen. So, as I said before, I'm your resident wizard and enchanter here at A Tale of D20s. My name is Travis, otherwise known as Zendaric, and you can find me at OMG Travi on Twitter and X, and here at A Tale of D20s. To you, Ray.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ray Lundquist. I'm mostly just familiar with D&D 5e murder hoboing, so it's kind of fun to try a new system where I have to use my words to solve problems. And really excited to be here. Hi, and meet everyone.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Luis Miguel. My pronouns are he, him, and I am a professional game master with Magpie Games. Absolute blast to be here and participating in this awesome live stream for charity. If you'd like to see what my games are all about and experience it for yourself, you can actually find me over at magpiegames.com. I believe that is going to be, if I remember correctly, magpiegames.com _ GM's Louis Miguel. But you can also find me on X as well under your GM LM.
I remembered to unmute myself. Hi, I'm Sam Harris. Pronouns are she, they. And I'm so excited to be playing this game today with you guys. I'm very excited. You can't follow me anywhere because I don't have public facing social media. So this is it. Enjoy.
And I will round us up. My name is Omar, aka Tail Weaver, President and CEO of A Tale of D20s, and also a new professional GM for Magpie as well. So I can't wait to really start diving into there. I've played Powered by the Apocalypse for a couple years now. Did GMing for Magpie over at Gen Cons for a couple years now. And of course, you've caught me here on Tale D20s running D&D 5e, Avatar Legends and PBTA, Mask, everything underneath the sun, because I just love TT RPG games. So you can catch me everywhere at Ateli20s, or on the website www.ateli20.com, on all the socials at Ateli20s, or me personally, as I'm starting to make my own brand, The Tail Weaver. But I'll have to finish making that all up. And my pronouns are any, all.
All right, fabulous. So you've met all of us now. Wanted to give you kind of a little bit of an idea of what you're in for, especially if you're more familiar with D&D as sort of the be-all, end-all of RPGs. I wanted to let you know you're in for a bit of a treat today. So Passions de las Pasiones is published by Magpie Games, and it is a beautifully bound book. And I think the cover here tells you quite a bit about what you're getting into. This is a game about very dramatic people making very dramatic decisions. There's not a health bar for anyone, but we do have emotional conditions, and when we fill all of those up, we go into meltdowns. Um, there's going to be betrayal, there's going to be love, there's going to be family, and there's going to be ghosts because it's that time of year. Um, it is very much a yes and or a no but kind of system. We're going anytime that we need to do a check, we're going to roll 2d6 and add what is called questions, which is a rather unique mechanic that Passions uses. Each one of our players is going to have a playbook, which you can sort of think of as their class or their story that they want to tell. And that playbook has a question linked to it. For instance, if someone was playing the Evil Twin playbook, then they would have a question of, are you taking advantage of your twin's reputation? And every time that they do something that's in doubt, that's the first question that we're going to be answering. Each time you can answer yes to a question, you add 1 to your roll for a maximum of usually 3. That's the basics of how the system works. When the players describe themselves doing something that triggers a move, I'll remind them, and then we'll resolve that. And as we do this, they're going to start just calling those moves out themselves as they realize all the fun stuff that they can do. Unfortunately, today we're probably not going to get to an actual session of gameplay. Today we're focused on making the characters, handling our safety tools so that everyone knows what's okay to do and everyone feels safe, because we are playing a game about romance. We want to make sure that no one accidentally steps on each other's boundaries. So if we communicate those first, things go better. Okay, so what I've done, and unfortunately you can't see this, we've got a shared Google Sheet that has our safety tools on it. The first one that we're going to use today is called Lines and Veils. I tend to think of this in a cinematic kind of way. So I'm going to give a classic example. If you're watching a horror movie, for instance, that's rated PG-13, you might see someone get dragged away into the woods, scream, and leave a trail of blood, and then we don't see the killer hack them apart ruthlessly. The implication is enough. That is a veil on torture. The other one that typically comes up is, when the bard rolls a successful seduction, that, the GM might describe, all right, you take the barmaid upstairs, we see, the fireplace light up and the door closes and we're going to cut to black. That's a veil on sexual content. We know what's happening. We can fill it in with our imagination, and we're not interested in going further than that. You can also have what are called lines. Lines are just, we're not interested in exploring this content in our game. Some of the common ones are racism and homophobia. A lot of us deal with that in real life and are not really interested in dealing with it in our games. Some people like exploring that content in a safe location, but it is always up to the players to communicate what they are and are not up for. So if I can have everyone go to our Lines and Veils tab, please, I would like you all to take a look at the list that we've got and feel free to add anything at the bottom. If you have a specific bit of content that isn't covered that you'd like to not be in this game. One that I often like to throw out is maybe names of your exes or your mother or something that, if I was playing in this game and someone told me that my love interest was Denise and that's my mom's name, I'd be like, can we find a different way to do this? So it doesn't always have to be big, serious content. It can be, pardon me, it can be stuff as little as that. And my cat is going to hate me because I'm now officially late on feeding him, but that's okay. He'll survive. If you ask him, he's never been fed anyway, so a little extra time won't hurt him. So it looks like we have filled in our lines and veils. I'm going to elaborate on what those are for our audience because I think this is an important thing for our GMs to be aware of. So it looks like we've got lines on racism, sexual assault, and homophobia. In other words, those things are not going to happen in our game whatsoever. Um, Even if they exist in the world, they're just not going to get any screen time or be alluded to. We have veils on eye injuries, graphic gore, harm to animals and children. Okay, we upgraded our racism from a veil to a line. Very good. That's something you can do is if someone has already veiled content, you can upgrade it to a line and say, no, I really don't want to engage with that at all. Don't downgrade people's stuff. You want to make sure that we're all feeling seen and protected. And this is Sokka. We also have veils on sexual content. Spiders, thank you for walking in front of me, buddy. And torture as well. So I will tell you, in this game, there might be a little bit of violence, but we're not going to be seeing a lot of blood, death, or torture, most likely. But good to know. We also have a category called Ask First, which is less than a veil, but just like people being like, I want the option to make sure that this gets addressed before we explore the topic. And finally, we have an interested category. That's where you can put down stuff that you're like, this sounds like fun. Can we make sure we get to this? It looks like we've got, all right, we've got a Ask First on drug abuse. Totally legit. So we will keep an eye out for that, especially because we've got a Vivador in the party, someone who throws themselves into life in all its excesses. And we have interest in bullying and classism, and seducing someone while disguised as someone else. It sounds like people are definitely in on what this game is about. Fabulous. Lastly, because this is a romance game, we also have another subsection that is an opt-in or opt-out for romance with both other players and NPCs played by the Master of Ceremonies, which you might know as the GM. That's me. So it looks like everyone has opted in to romance with anyone, so expect messiness. It should be good. And let's see. So that wraps up our safety tools. This is a living document. If you all get to the point where you're like, oh, we just did something that I realized I'm actually not up for, first off, please immediately let me know by either making an X with your arms, at which point we'll stop everything, figure out what the problematic content is, and find something equally interesting to do that doesn't cross your boundaries. And then, once you've done that, please come back to this document and add it to our lines and veils so that we can remember not to do it again. Any questions so far on our safety tools? Okay, fabulous. So that X is basically a variant of the X card, and these lines and veils were put together by some awesome people who are not me. I've just adapted them. All right. Everyone click over to our character creation. We've already assigned playbooks to everyone, and so I'm now going to turn it over. We're going to go in order from left to right on the playbook documents that we're looking at here, and introduce to the audience, because they can't see the pictures, your character's name and pronouns, and a brief description of them. Think big first impressions. If they've got a signature piece of jewelry, or what kind of clothing, what does their clothing say about them? What's their hair and eyes tend to look like? And you can absolutely just refer to the picture that you've found yourself. And then also tell us what your playbook's question is, so we know what this character is all about. So we'll start with LM. Oh, you're muted, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Okay. We'll give you some time to work that out.
You want me to go and then we'll just come back to Louise?
Louis. But yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. So my character is Corazon.
And you're playing.
And
which
I'm.
playbook?
Sorry, say again.
And you're playing the.
La Doña.
There we
La
go.
Doña, the matriarch. So her primary kind of like motivation slash like the tactic that she keeps in mind throughout is she keeping her hands clean?
Mhm.
At least on paper. I picked just a really beautiful shot of Kate de Castillo as just inspiration. That might not necessarily be how I want her to look. For those who don't know, she could be. I want to guess she's probably like early 40s, but she could be. She's freaking gorgeous. But she has this very like calculating and sort, at least this particular stock image, very calculating, very much like analyzing the scene around her and like, figuring out what's, how can this either be something she could take advantage of, or is this a potential threat to her status kind of thing. I don't know that we've really had a chance to kind of like figure out like each PC's relations to each other, so I don't necessarily know if I'm going to play her as more like selfish manipulative, or like maybe like having other pieces kind of like work together. Again, I'm also pretty new to this system, so like what I can and can't do is something I'm gonna kind of have to figure out as we roll a little bit more, just from practice. Was there anything else you guys wanted me to go over?
No, that's great. So
Okay.
we've got a calculating woman in her 40s who is stunningly gorgeous and in charge of stuff, but trying to keep her hands clean.
Yes.
Manipulating. So you're going to be a lot about manipulating stuff behind the scenes or in a way that's plausibly deniable.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Like there'll be hints that things are working out in a way I probably wanted them to happen, but I might not necessarily have done anything.
Using others is going to be your most powerful tool, and honestly, that is true for most people, just especially you. And you know what? Yeah, we'll get to that in the moves. All right, let's move on to Sam, please. And LM will come back to you at the tail end of this.
All right. Hi, I will be playing Jacinta, pronoun she, her, and I'm playing the employee. And my main thing that my main thesis statement for my character is, are you in over your head? I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure I won't have anything to worry about, and it'll be good, and everyone will be nice to me. Jacinta is small, pocket size, a little mousy, very sleek in appearance, always very put together and relatively professional, tight angled bob, big doe eyes, usually in the corner of the room, just ready to help, but also always listening.
Would you describe yourself as easily missable, maybe? Like the kind of person that gets
By
overlooked
design.
a lot?
Yes.
Fabulous. Now, the fun thing is, even if that's how your character is, in the fiction here, we're all playing the stars of the show. So the camera sees you, but maybe other people don't.
Precisely.
All right. Travis, take it away.
I am playing El Caballero, the gentleman, and my name is Rafael Lobo. And I looked up Lobo is an actual Spanish name, and it means the wolf. So you may get a little bit of a hint on how I'm planning to play my saucy young gentleman. He is, think of him like a Chanel model with some rough and tumble. He is handed a suit. He is handed a, ascot. He's puts a flower in his pocket. He charms up and always clean shaven and looks prim and proper. Swank in a suit, but occasionally he has to get into a rough and tumble. Sometimes he's got a black eye. Sometimes he's got a cast on that he didn't have the week before. So he is straightforward and likes to just see things through right to the end. I'm playing Raphael. He's 28, but he has the charm and looks of like a 23 young saucy gentleman.
So he's got a little bit more lived experience, but he looks real good. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, absolute lady killer. Gentleman
Lady.
killer too.
Both, yeah. He's up for both.
Fabulous. All right. And yeah. I can't imagine why his last name might be Lobo in a haunted house. I'm sure that he is just entirely human. Omar, take it away.
Well, howdy, y'all. I'm El Vividor, but you can call me Ricky Sanchez. El Vividor translates in someone who likes to live, and I really like to live in more ways than one. My vices are all about the simple pleasures. I'm an exotic dancer. You might see me in the clubs. What I'm wearing, well, it depends on that time of day. If it's at night, probably nothing at all. Maybe a little thong or something to shake my little tail to. At daytime, though, I like to wear just sleeveless vests, nice little khakis. I'm muscly. I got large arms, pecs that just pump out of my chest, and abs that you can just wash your clothes on, and I want them to. All right. My catchphrase is this gonna be fun, because all I want to have to do is fun, and I want to have fun with you.
Freaking amazing.
It's fantastic.
I love Ricky Sanchez. All right. And back to you, LM. Oh, no, you're still muted.
No. No, you're no sound, friend.
Sound.
Yes, sound.
Yay!
Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Oh my gosh. Beautiful. All right. So, oh my gosh. So I don't know how I'm gonna follow that up. I'm gonna try. I will be playing. My name is Luis Miguel, as I said before, but I'll be playing the playbook La Belleza, and his name is Julián Hospitalario de la Cruz.
Oh.
So he has he's basically, I want you to think of like your typical telenovela, Spanish Castilian star, like he's got these big beautiful curls, and he's definitely known for his hair, his eyes. He's got these beautiful, like this voluminous hair. He's got these flirtatious eyes that he's always like piercing the crowd with, and he's definitely known for his designer clothing. He loves to wear bright colors, almost like a peacock, and that's because his question is, are you the center of attention? And you better damn believe he is. Every room he enters into, if he's not breaking a heart on the way out, something's going wrong. So yeah, he's basically what you may call a man/woman eater. Everyone is just a delectable plate that's leading to the next best thing. So he has to try everything.
Oh, absolutely. The life
Yeah.
unexamined is not worth living, and the person unsampled is just boring.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Julian for you.
Oh, Julian sounds amazing. All right. So we have a couple ways that this can go now. When we're when we're doing character creation, we also have relationships between these characters and special moves that the characters can make that are unique to them. So what are you all thinking? Do we want to introduce the moves that our characters have and then based off of those hit some relationships, or do we want to do relationships first and pick moves based off of what emerges?
I think probably the relationships and then the moves, like down the list. I think that might make us sort of flesh out how we feel about each other.
Yeah.
I read my questions and I kind of already have ideas of who I want to pick.
Exactly. Like I feel like figuring out our relations is going to shape our motivations and then what kind of moves we want to do as a result.
And
Sounds.
it's quite literally going to shape my moves. So
Yeah.
I'm
I have-
concerned.
I think I picked my moves, but I could change them depending on how vibes go, because you're right. I think depending on how the relationships, I might find something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I need to figure out if I want to use my powers for good or not. So
You know.
Let me tell you.
do I like you people? I don't know.
I'm a loyal employee of this family.
Zach, how do you want to do it? Do you want us to just pick one, or?
Yes, go ahead and take a look at your questions and pick one of them. We'll start with LM and work our way in reverse order from what we just did, and then we'll snake it back. So LM, you will be both first and last. So, you know, we might say that Julian here is the alpha and the omega, even in character creation.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god, that wasn't an Omega-verse reference, but it might end up being. We'll see.
I mean, we do have.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to
involved.
update my lines and veils.
Thank you. Please do.
Look, I've been listening. I've been learning a lot from Abria Iyengar on when it comes to this.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yes.
Fabulous.
I don't know if
Alright.
it's appropriate or not that our Twitch literally just went to commercial ad break or not. But I digress.
Fabulous.
The
So,
algorithm really
but-
said, hold
so
on.
is this going to be recorded and then come back, or do we just wait until the commercial's over?
Oh, no.
Oh no, we could just continue.
Keep
Yeah.
continuing,
Awesome. So
It's the live video is not going to have the commercial in it when we like host it on YouTube and all that other stuff. So,
But if you have Twitch Turbo, you don't get commercials.
or if you're a subscriber, you're watching us right now, you get the sneak peek.
I subscribed today. It was great.
So
Oh,
we're
thank you.
going. So we can remove this conversation in post, right?
yeah, come on.
Sure.
Why not? This is the good stuff, though.
Getting down.
it is the good stuff, the blooper reel. Where are the questions?
Oh yeah.
Oh, my apologies.
You're so good.
Line 14.
Line 14. So just under your meltdown condition.
Here we go. So relationship questions, my bad. So blank has been a source of entertainment and flirtation, kept at arm's length.
Okay. So the way that I find works best for this stuff is you throw that out there and you ask if anyone wants it. And then if no one is enthusiastically responding, then we have a little conversation, figure out, is this going to work at all, or were people just being polite and not speaking up? I urge you, speak up if something interests you. Don't be a Midwesterner like me. It's okay to grab onto the stuff you want.
Who would like to be a source of entertainment and flirtation for me, but is kept at arm's length?
Oh.
I
Ricky
knew it.
Sanchez would love
I
to
feel
be
like
it.
that was like already decided.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Not Ricky.
Yeah.
we've got just these two incredibly pretty people that
right,
are
Ricky.
just circling over around each other. It's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be really catty, and I'm up for this.
So yeah, Ricky has been a source of entertainment and flirtation, kept at arm's length. And do you want me to read the second question as well?
What we're going to
Ready?
do is we're going to do one question and let it come back. That way, things develop a little more organically. Good question. All right. So, you know what? We'll just do Ray next and go right to left and left to right.
Okay. If you don't mind, I would like to actually fill in my second one first.
Of course.
I want to figure out who is my broken little bird that I care for. And I feel like who this is will genuinely shape whether or not I come off as like a good person or a bad person like in the story. And I feel like, and Sam, no offense, I feel like taking
Oh,
in
I immediately
is
was like,
too-
hi.
is too easy, like in a way. But
No,
I
that's
could
totally
also
fair.
just be like I can't be a bitch to you if I
No, and you have to be a bitch to me. It's
I
important.
feel
I
like
can't
there
be the
needs to be
broken
at
little
least
bird.
some sass. I have to have license to be a little mean to you. So
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
I could
Yeah,
be the
yeah,
little
yeah.
bird because
I
if
feel
you
like
want,
my little bird. So I
Ooh.
guess
Ooh, El Caballero. The Rafael Lobo is also
was-
interested in that.
yeah, that would be kind of neat.
then
Yes.
it could be like,
okay,
he's
I've got
never done
3 plot
anything
ideas
wrong
in
in
my
his
head for that
life.
already. I'm
Yeah.
done. Raphael is my little bird.
Your
I'm
poor
done
little
with
meow
Alright.
meow.
your soul.
Okay.
All right, Corazon, please go ahead and fill in Raphael's name for that one there. Just double click in the cell, highlight the underline, and type in Raphael. Or Rafael Lobo if you're feeling very saucy. Okay. Is it Jacinta? Is that pronounced correctly there, Sam?
Jacinta, yeah.
Jacinta. All right. Pick a question.
I'm going to start with the one that I think is going to shape a lot of my character, which is, who is looming large in my life as my employer? Which one of you pays me?
I'm thinking Corazon.
Yeah.
I'm thinking so too.
the matriarch.
I was
for
like, it
sure.
feels like it has to be Corazon. Yeah.
A little,
Yeah, La Doña.
a little
Yeah.
sugar mama situation here.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I feel like a matriarch just by like
Hmm.
by trope just holds the purse strings.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
You know, did I ever actually talk about what the setting is at all? Like
Oh.
you all know, but I don't know if our viewers do.
No.
Okay.
I think we did on air. So yeah, go for it.
Fabulous. All right. So, because it's October, we are setting this playset in a spooky haunted mansion. So we are going. The name of our telenovela is El Mansion de los Muertos, and it is an actual haunted house. Like, we have all kinds of monsters and weird things that happen here, and I've got a few ideas as to why, but the players are going to help me shape what's going on. Now, here's the interesting thing. The owner, or, you know, the person most in control of this house, at the very least, has recently disappeared, and their millions of dollars are frozen. Like, there is, and that mortgage is coming due. And we've got, so the mansion is in jeopardy. Someone needs to take control of this situation. We need to, you know, I'm not saying we have to figure out what happened to the owner, but it might not be a bad idea. And because, you know, none of us are to blame, so we have to find someone else to blame. And yeah, so that's sort of what's going on, what's happened recently. We're probably in about the second season of our fictional telenovela here. This is a bit of a shakeup of the status quo. At this point, we have an established villain who will show up later in our NPC discussion. His name is Nacio Ibarra, and he is a television producer who is charming, a little schmarmy, and is interested in buying out the mansion so that he can film a supernatural documentary here and make some money. So he's been flitting around the edges of things this entire time, and he's definitely looking at this as an opportunity to get in, take over, and put his own spin on things. We're going to be defining who the owner is in some of our questions. I haven't actually figured out what's going on there, but all we know right now is they are missing, presumed dead, and their money is locked up. So that is where we're at, and I apologize for not handling that sooner. Let's get back to our character relationships, keeping in mind that there is weird supernatural stuff happening, but to us it's kind of normal. To the people outside the mansion, not so much.
So I think it's my turn then. So the relationship that I'm going to choose is actually my second one as well, which is blank knew you when you used to get in trouble. They have seen your harder side. And I feel like that's either, I really think that's either Ricky or Julian. Was sort of who I felt was like I was like, come on, boys time, I gotta go rough and tumble. So
just like the old days.
The old days.
Is anyone super excited about that?
I mean, Ricky Sanchez decided to be part of anybody's clique.
Hell
And he is muscly and strong. You know, I gotta work out all these, so I can rough and tumble and help you if I need. And you know, I've seen your harder side, I'm sure.
Yes.
Got it, Ricky.
I'm very interested in
Scandalous.
what that was, because this feels like we're in urban fantasy. I don't know if you two like ran in the same motorcycle gang, or if like you were soldiers in some kind of fairy war. I don't know, but
Ooh,
I'm
let's be
interested to
soldiers
find
in the
out.
Fairy War.
So many twinks died on that battlefield.
There's glitter on the streets for weeks.
I was gonna say, like, is that Pride?
That's our universe's version of Pride.
Yeah, the Fairy Wars.
Look, there can be like the winter and summer courts. Those exist. The ones that you two were fighting on were fighting in June over who controlled Pride.
I mean,
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm tempted to go corporate for one of those sides.
Oh my gosh.
That's a little too easy to pick a side then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Travis, you have established Raphael and Ricky knew each other back in the hard old days. Ricky, go ahead and ask both of your questions, please.
Oh, both my questions. All right. Well, my first question I want to ask is, blank would be fun if they just let go. And I was thinking that maybe the matriarch, she'd just let go and all that and just give in to her carnal desires and have fun with it.
Oh my god.
Should be.
I thought I was gonna be the host.
Oh, no, we all the host, girl.
I guess.
You.
You're like, can't get fought over by two different male protagonists yet.
Oh, yeah, we got that coming.
Don't worry.
Looks
I'm like,
you
I
can
came to
anybody.
this game to cause problems and break hearts. So
Yeah.
And I am a cold. There's something about being a cold-hearted matriarch. I'm all out of hearts, so I don't know. But I was trying to come up with something clever. I couldn't think of it enough.
No, that was good. That was good.
That was
And
good.
fun,
good.
and fun doesn't just mean that type of
Yeah.
fun. I
Yeah,
mean, like
Aw.
riding a motorcycle without a helmet, maybe going skydiving, just really living life to its fullest.
Host a proper party at the mansion and not just like some stuffy ass bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Alright.
I got you.
Ricky, I'm curious. So you're an exotic dancer. Are you working in the mansion or are you working elsewhere?
I'm a exotic dancer for hire, so
Okay.
the mansion, when they put on their parties, do call me every now and then to spice things up. So I've been an
Mhm.
employee here.
I feel like you could just like
Freelance
mess
hoe.
with my you could just like mess with my character. You're just cosplaying as the pool boy.
So, oh,
I
Ladonia, looks like your pool's a little messy. Maybe I should just take a little dip in and clean it out for you.
Okay. Yeah, throw
Start
me
early.
in.
All right, go ahead and add corazon to that answer. And what's your second question?
Blank is your good luck charm. Things just go right when they're there.
Ooh.
Who would like to jump in there? It technically could be anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I do keep it at arm's length, but maybe you find some better luck with someone else. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe Jacinta, because since I've worked here before.
I was actually gonna say, like, I feel like that could be a good fit
Employees.
because, like, smoothing things behind the scenes and like anticipating the ways like Corazon is going to like be mad at you.
Mhm.
Why do I feel? Someone's got to make sure you've got the right amount of glitter for your performances.
You turn around, there's a fresh bottle of body oil. Like, I got you.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Always need to
You're the
be bold, though.
fluffer. You're the
Jacinta's my fluffer. Thanks for keeping it all nice and juicy.
Oh
Delectable down
Oh my gosh.
I do what I can to help.
there. You should be lucky. I mean, most people got to pay for that. You get it for free.
Oh my god.
She's like making conversation, going like, this means a lot that you like to spend quality time with me. Not a lot of people notice me.
I would trust nobody else to fluff my stuff.
Oh my god. I regret the second that came out of my mouth.
No, you were right. You were right. You leaned in properly.
Oh, yeah.
This is a reminder to all the viewers. This is an 18+ stream, as you see down there.
You
Yeah.
consented when you pressed the button.
And, oh my god, I have to do our.
Good.
Oh man. Okay, Raphael. Your second question, please.
My second question is blank is the person you go to when you're stuck and they have seen your softer side. So I feel like that might be Jacinta or Julian. Since Corazon, I'm already her little baby, so
Yeah. I mean, your softer side, I think it sounds like you're when you're letting your guard down, and I like to think that even though I'm always flirtatious, like there is sometimes where I can be serious, and maybe that's when like that's kind of come out.
It's always nice to see La Belleza get a little bit of a heart, because I've definitely seen her just be an ice bitch plenty of times. So, I like him. He's good.
How old is Julian?
Oh yeah, Julian is a spicy, I want to say 26-year-old.
Okay, so we're very close in age. So I said I was 28. So we have that like camaraderie in like the other people are a little bit older than us, a little more wise. So like even though we're mature, we have that like youth connection. Okay.
Yes.
And that's where we like I like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I feel like you're both cracking some jokes about Fernando Castillo, the vampire in the house.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
love that.
He's a little long in the tooth in more ways than one.
Hey, not the only thing he's long in. What? He's got longing in his heart.
I don't kiss and tell. But yeah.
All right.
I
God,
wanted to mention Jacinta is also like late 20s-ish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
so similar
feel
age
like,
group.
I feel like maybe I should age down Corazon just a little bit to more like mid-30s, because I didn't want there to feel like much of like a generational gap, but definitely like an older cousin kind of age.
I
So-
was
tell
like, do
you-
you want to go full cougar? Because you could.
You totally could go full cougar because in our last game, the person that was playing this character and I was playing Ladonia actually got together, and it was like an intergenerational.
Oh.
So funny
Okay.
and
I
spicy.
rescind that. Like I could still
Iris in that.
I take a
Hold
bit.
on.
like a maybe problematic age gap, but like
There's
no,
no
good.
such thing
Like,
as problematic.
No,
Yeah.
there
Ain't nothing but a
there wouldn't
number.
be an audience consensus on that.
My thought is this. We look at like things are problematic if there is a discrepancy in power
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is pretty much the whole spice of a telenovela. And if if someone is still got that brain developing, and we got everyone over 25, so like I feel like we're on that fun side of problematic, but if that becomes unfun, that's when we use our X card.
I'm definitely sensing an Ashton Kutcher Demi Moore vibe.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
No,
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah.
We're good. Yes.
that was exactly what I was thinking. Yes,
Yes.
same.
I'm about
Awesome.
it.
Okay, I think it's my next question,
Mhm.
which was, who was the first person who was nice to me despite my humble beginnings?
Ooh. Do you have a good idea of what those humble beginnings might have been? Were you like a vampire spawn? Were you just a little waif off the streets? Were you were you just broke? Like what?
I'm thinking I was like broke as a joke, and like
Mhm.
my first job here was like, I don't know, serving at a party.
Aw.
And like maybe someone saw me and was nice to me and saw that I had more potential than that.
I mean, Ricky Sanchez knows all about serving at parties.
But
But
like, we've established our relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
It's possible you were really nice to me first.
LM, you feeling this?
I
William?
feel like if you were serving like as broke as a joke and you're trying to like
Mhm.
make a good impression, I mean, if we're leading into like the weird vibe of the mansion, I mean, who's to say that I saw you and at first I'm like, competition. Well, not if I make her my
Oh.
frenemy though.
You're like, let me make her the help.
Exactly. Yes.
You're like, I'll
Yes.
get you a job.
I got you, boo. I got you.
Yeah. And I think you were super nice to me because you got me a job, but you saw potential that I could have been elevated higher than that.
Yeah.
And you were like, actually, you belong right here at
Yeah.
Gal Friday level.
I'm getting a little
Oh
Snow
my
White,
God.
Snow White evil
Yeah.
queen relationship going on.
Yeah.
Who's
Oh,
the fairest
boy.
of them
You've
all?
been so nice to me.
You know, Julian, whenever you look in the mirror, you know it's you, baby.
I've got layers.
Uh-huh.
Some are crunchy
like
and some
it.
are smooth.
Excellent. I have put in. Oh, I've accidentally bolded your name. That's very dramatic. Okay, there we go.
That is dramatic.
Julian.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Speaking of Julian, I think I have a second question. Blank is the person you go to when you're truly ready to cut loose.
Ooh.
Who'd like to volunteer for that?
Like, probably not Jacinta.
Probably not.
Probably
You're a little-
not.
You're a little too buttoned up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you have I mean, because I feel like we have our softer side, but like I could see us going to party too, but I also want to make sure like you could potentially go with Corazon and like go have like your high fat, like, you know, elevated fun with her.
Corazon, what do you
You know, when
think?
like when Corazon wants to go cut loose, but Ricky doesn't know about, she takes you to like the fancy club. Cause you're like, come on, girl, put on your makeup. Let's go. You know what
Put
I mean?
on your
Like,
makeup. Let's.
you like you have like a like she has fun, but like she's
Yes.
high status. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we don't know. That's what I immediately headcanoned.
Like
that.
I feel like Koda-san would
Mhm.
absolutely be like, we're just the two baddest bitches in the club.
Yes. Yes. You. Corazon. She's my baddie.
So is there like a code word for when you're like, let's go to the club, but you're trying to make it look like you're doing something respectable? Like, are you like, tonight's a good night for the opera, darling?
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
I like to think Corazon.
Mhm.
Because like, I like to think you do the opera, but like, what is our eyes wide shut code word? Masquerade and all.
I just rewatched American Psycho recently, so it's like I want to go return some videotapes.
We have returned some videotapes.
We gotta go return some
Let's
videotapes.
go return some
And we're gonna be like,
videotapes.
it's 2024. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
To where? There hasn't been a blockbuster in years.
What's a VCR?
Oh, God.
ransom videotapes.
Yeah,
I
we,
love it.
another code word, like something versatile, but also like
You could be like, let's go to the spa.
go to the spa. That's good.
Oh, have a little spa day.
Spa day?
That's, that
I
is-
mean,
that's almost like it almost
say?
seems like it almost seems like it could be so like innocuous, like the spa.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who knows what happens at the spa?
Like,
We're
time
gonna
to get
massage.
pampered.
Only good things. Only good things happen at the
yeah,
spa.
yeah.
It's true.
All right, spa day.
Spa day. Let's
Spa day.
go.
Boom. There we go. Beautiful.
Excellent.
Fabulous. So, Ray, I believe you have the last question.
Oh, I do. Goodness. Okay, we have someone who I have spared for a very long time.
That's sparred with. Sparred
Oh,
with.
sparred. Oh, there's two R's there. It's italicized. I couldn't quite see that. Okay,
Yes.
not the end.
You can
Someone
roll
you've
them if you
sparred
wish.
with for a very long. Okay, so who am I butting heads with from time to time?
Mm.
Let's see.
Oh, maybe Ricky Sanchez. I need you to loosen up, but you
Yeah. That could
button
be-
heads with me.
I was wondering if I wanted to put you in just because of the like, oh, you already kind of have that relationship established, but it could just be like what that looks like from my perspective then. So I could do
Mhm.
that. Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, you just want me to kick back, but like I'm like fighting. I'm
You're
taking
taking it
I'm
very
way more invested in
seriously.
this fight than you are, apparently. Yeah, I feel like that works because let's see, so I'm already like looming over Jacinta. I am yeah, Ricky sounds good.
Beautiful.
Like your mouth says no, but your eyes say yes, yes, yes. Come on, Carlos.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she's like, what must he mean? There must be another side of that.
Obviously he's plotting
Something.
against me.
Amazing. All right. So, what I want you all to do now is take a minute to pick your moves, if you haven't already, from the Playbook Moves tab. I highly recommend that you copy the moves that you pick and paste them down in the next, below your, in your moves column. Make sure that you're paying attention to how many you get. Some people get 2, some people get 1.
I'm so glad that we did the relationships because I'm changing one of my
Mhm.
moves
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was gonna happen.
Same.
Like, I need to figure out like why do I want to move this way or why do I want to
Mhm.
Mhm.
I cannot wait to use one of these moves. It is so funny.
All right. And so what we're going to do after everyone has picked those is we're going to have you all introduce all of your moves. We'll just go down one at a time, starting with LM, including your starting move and any decisions that need to be made with that. Because
Oh boy.
Brandon Leon Gunbella, the designer of this game, knew that some things just have to be baked into the character if you're going to tell that story, and some of them are pretty delightful. So I am freaking hyped to hear what you all choose. Here, I'll handle the word wrap there for you, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Not a
Thank you.
problem. So LM, it looks like you've made your choice. Go ahead and start telling us about your moves, and I'll take care of that.
So the moves that I went with for La Belleza, I had to pick big entrance. Do you want me to read the description out aloud as well?
Yes,
Or just
please.
the name?
Like if you want to summarize, that's fine. You don't need to read verbatim. But do what feels right.
All right. So basically, big entrance is the move when I want to start some fucking trouble. I basically look around and I get to add a +1 for every person that I've quote unquote been intimate with.
Mhm. That can be physical. That can be emotional. It can.
Oh yeah.
You define what that is. You and the
Oh,
person
yeah.
that you're picking. So
And
if the employee shares her broken little heart with you, that counts.
Yeah.
If Ladonna
Aw.
shares her bed with you, that absolutely counts.
So essentially, this move is like when I want to stir up some trouble and when I want to like maybe like scare, surprise, or confuse some people, but it can also bite me in the ass. And if I do things and they don't go my way, I end up maybe blurting out a secret that I meant to keep to myself, or maybe pouring my heart out for everyone to see. I don't know. It's starting to come out in the wash that maybe Julian is not so emotionally stable.
Yeah.
And my other playbook move is going to be up, boy. When I express my love passionately or demand that I deserve what I deserve by riling someone up while remaining aloof, I get to ask the additional question if I'm physically touching them. And yeah, that's a nice little up, boy. Has a lot of connotations to it.
So the
That's
fun,
my job.
so
Exactly.
the fun thing is, the more questions you have, the more bonuses you can get. Most people only get a total of 3. So
Yeah.
anytime that you're like, doing the sexy shove away, that counts. So, yeah, that's gonna be really fun. That's gonna be some good drama.
So excited. And those are my 2 playbook moves.
Fabulous. All right, Ladona, you've got a slightly complicated one to start with.
I do. I've been kind of reading it. So yeah, so I already have like the network, the feature. So I definitely want to do Into the Lion's Den. Just the idea of that kind of what do you like an emotional Cold War scene kind of thing is what I'm thinking that'd be really good for. And I'm a little stuck so far on a second move that I can grab because I also have so many like already just like in the schemes and like my network here. So I'm kind of leaning towards Tell Me Everything for a second one.
I love that one.
That's really
Me
fun.
too. Yeah.
Especially with some possible moves from the Vivador. We'll see how that goes.
Yes, that's true. But also you did what is like shame manipulating? Uh,
How much do I
mm,
gaslight?
They both look so good. Sorry, what was that?
How much do you want your character to be gaslighting people?
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
You already said it all. You already said it all.
Yes.
You did what? Sounds really good for you then.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Tell me everything.
Yes.
Yes. All right. We're tossing that.
And I'll summarize your network if that's okay.
Yeah.
And you tell me what you picked. So Ladonna, as the matriarch of the playbook, has a lot of behind the scenes power on characters that may not be important enough to get names, but might develop them over time. Basically, she's able to know a lot of things that maybe other people don't. So you get to pick 2 schemes that your network has been working on. And you, if we were doing a season, you could switch these out at the beginning of any session. But with it being a one shot, probably not going to happen. So, you have 5 possible schemes that you can pick from. Which 2 are you going with?
Okay. Considering the plot that we're doing is who inherits the house, I feel like seized property is the easy one to go to if that isn't too vague and all encompassing.
No, not at all.
Okay.
We need someone to drive the plot, and that
Yeah.
helps.
Yes. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was too broad or if that was good.
We call that fictional permission.
Okay. All right. Just I obviously I want the house.
Obviously, you want the house.
Duh.
You've been running it for the past however long. Why shouldn't you have it?
Yeah, I've been cooking this book long enough. I don't what.
I'll tell you, I took that one last time, and I literally said to Zach, I was just like, I want to put my name on it. Is mine. Using that too. So like, no shame, no shame.
I'm shook.
Good.
So seize property says you're choosing obviously the mansion. Yes.
Yes.
You have someone watching it full time, which means if Nacio pulls a quote unquote secret deal with someone else to gain control of it, you'll know.
Oh.
if Ricky loses, like, gets the deed and then loses it in a card game,
I'll fucking
you're going to have someone in the audience or that's playing him that knows, and you'll find out.
God.
Like, you have unprecedented information, and you can use it to your advantage.
Fabulous.
Because then you know what people are ashamed of.
Exactly. Okay, and I guess the second one that would be most useful then would be
It's good every time.
It really is.
Probably opportunity then would be the second one. Yes, choose someone who has, in your opinion, wronged you. Network will know immediately when they're alone.
So, I think we've got enough information at this point that you can choose. If you need some time to think about who, in your opinion, has wronged you, you can do so. But I think we could get a name at this point.
Oh, who has wronged me? I mean, I already apparently have beef with Ricky. Because I have sparred with them for a very long time. I do also just I don't know. I could just be hating on Jacinta because yeah.
I don't know what
No
you're talking
intent.
about. I've never had an inappropriate relationship with the owner of the house.
I mean I'm sorry, your status makes you inappropriate.
That's
I
good.
see you as a role model. I also want to work myself up from humble beginnings.
Oh. This is going okay. Yeah, Jacinta just really leaned into it there. Okay. Yeah.
I've never done anything wrong in my life yet.
Money, please.
Delightful. All right, Corazon, that is fabulous.
Okay, yeah. My beef is with you, just because of the way you are.
Yeah, because of the
Who
way
you
I am.
are, the way you are, just you.
Who you are as a
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
You know,
She hears it a lot.
yes.
Everyone just likes me, so I can understand why
I mean-
Corazon might be upset about that.
They're allowed to be wrong. It's a free country.
Oh my god, I love it.
So what you're saying
Incredible.
is, you despise her for her face, her voice, and her clothing.
I feel like we're really leaning into the Snow White evil queen.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Maybe Corazon is the evil queen.
Amazing. But Ladonna does
Which one
often
of you
pick up a
gonna chop
villain.
my heart out?
Yeah, I initially thought when Zach first pitched the game to me that this was going to be like the evil mother kind of character, but I do like the idea of playing it a little bit more three-dimensionally. But yeah, you're still you, so
I'm a threat to the foundation of the industry that you've built. I must be destroyed. I get
You
it.
must go.
yeah.
I mean, never mind. All right. So, and then your second move that you picked was "Tell Me Everything,"
Yes.
which is absolutely delightful.
Yes. It's like, oh, is something wrong? You should tell me the details so I know how to fix it for you if I want.
Mm-hmm. And the fun thing is, you can offer to take on the burden of someone else's guilt. So as soon as you know they're feeling guilty at all, you can trigger this move. They don't have to accept that, do they?
They don't.
So what happens if they are good little people and follow your advice versus foolish little birds?
Oh. So if do I need to answer this now, or can I mull on that one for a little bit?
Oh, it's in the text, but you could also do this fictionally.
Wait, is they clear a condition, and then if they reject your advice, they fail to follow it, they mark a condition.
As they hear your voice in the back of their head saying, "I told you so."
Told you so.
Oh,
I sing a
delightful.
little bit too,
Nice.
So yeah, you definitely get to lean into the mother knows best with this one here. Okay. Jacinta, why don't you tell us about your moves?
I would be happy to. So my first move, I guess my class feature is my
Mhm.
suitors. Two people, ideally player characters, are actively courting me, even if I'm already in a relationship. So, who would like to get messy? Good. All right.
Raphael, you're too good for her. I'm sorry.
Oh,
No.
amazing. Oh, you don't have an existing relationship with Raphael yet. That's great. Okay, so Raphael's like,
I feel like that's perfect though, because if I'm
Mhm.
Corazon's little bird, she can be like, "Oh, get away from her."
She's not good enough for
"Oh,
you.
That's what
yes.
I was leaning
Yeah.
into. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Corazon,
Yeah.
Ricky
Something
Sanchez gonna tell you to loosen up.
Jacinta.
Mm.
Loosen up and let him go. Let your bird fly free.
Corazon, remember at the beginning of a session you can change your obsession, your focus. So if at the start of the first session you're like, opportunity is good. I do hate Jacinta, but it's more important to make sure that she doesn't get together with one of her suitors. Then you could choose keep them apart.
That's true.
So
Mhm.
who else wants to be dating, actively courting, excuse me, Jacinta?
Important distinction. Yes.
And just pulling the curtain back, y'all. Sometimes you will run into a situation where people don't want to answer this question because they're not comfortable with it. As the MC, it's then my job to make sure that we've got some interesting and fun characters that I play to fulfill that role. And I do have a few of them in my back pocket. But obviously, it's best if it's player characters so that they can joust with each other. Does anyone else want to be courting the lovely Jacinta?
Does it have to be like well known, like public?
Oh no, not at all.
Oh,
It can
I
be
am
secret.
absolutely going to be someone's dirty little secret.
That's what
Absolutely.
I was
yeah.
planning
I'm,
to do.
I was
I'm the
thinking
employee.
Secret courting.
Secret courting.
Yeah.
Secret
This
courting.
game runs on.
Like, I know she's the help. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, by my doing, so yeah.
Uh-huh.
I will say this game runs best when there's lots of lies, deception, hiding things, going behind each other's backs, taking advantage of those secrets to hurt other people and advance your own agenda. Here's the thing, because there is no I take you out when you go to 0 HP, this is maybe the most PvP game I've ever played. You go for each other, and it's great.
So I had a really fun idea about this, and I think this dynamic would work really well. Like, I talked to Zach about the idea of like having an inappropriate relationship with like the boss, like the guy who's gone
Mhm.
missing. And maybe people know that, and maybe they're curious as to whether or not the deed has changed, or the will has changed, or
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And I feel like Julian and Raphael would be very, very interested to know that.
Mhm.
Yes.
So maybe it's suitors of opportunity as much as anything else.
Ooh.
Oh, this has
Delightful.
got
You want
so
to get
tasty.
closer so you can like figure out what my relationship was with him.
Oh, this
Fabulous.
got so good.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, at the beginning of our first session, you're going to choose one of your suitors to be your current love. You don't have to decide that now. That'll be at the beginning of the first session. But if you know between Raphael and Julian, please fill us in. You can take some time to think about this.
I'm gonna have to think about it.
Fair enough.
I think I'll know by the time we're done world building.
Perfect. All right. And
Oh
my,
other stuff.
please tell us the rest of your suitors feature because it is delightful.
Oh, my suitors feature. Yeah. So when I share intimacy or feelings with the other suitor who is not my love, I can swap who's my love. And if I triggered the intimacy, I clear a condition. And if they triggered it, they clear a condition. And
Oh.
anytime that I insult, break up with, or are disappointed by a suitor, I can break ties with them and choose someone else to take their place. You're replaceable to me.
So fickle.
You're
Listen, Beyonce.
Not
I've
Oh,
got,
no,
I've
shit
got
to
my
the
own.
left.
I've got my own. Jacinta has a dream board, and your pictures are not on it.
Mhm.
I have another kind of board, honey. Just you wait to find out. It's a chopping board. Okay.
Excellent, excellent.
Oh, this is getting good.
Oh, it is. Oh, and I love that you skipped over the positive aspect of the suitors, which is if you're acting to strengthen the relationship, you get a free +1 to do
Oh yeah,
anything.
yeah. You get a +1 to anything.
It's
You're
so
welcome.
so anytime you're doing something and you can say this is for the good of my relationship, of your current love, you're just better at it. But
Yep.
but
Yeah.
yes, you can throw them aside. So you have no social capital, but you also are the absolute king of the ring when it comes to relationship status.
Yeah.
Well, all right, your other moves, please.
Yes, I picked keys to the castle. When you reveal that you've been secretly listening to a whole conversation, roll with the questions. Do you work here? Are you dressed to blend in?
Fabulous.
On a 7 to 9, I get away, but someone saw me and I get to pick who.
Mm-hmm.
The drama. 10 plus, I got away without being spotted, or I can ask conspirators a follow-up question, my choice. And on a miss, I stumble, knock something over, or otherwise reveal myself, and I'm in the thick of it.
So I'm going to flag this one for other people. This is delightful because it's basically a free I was actually there the whole time move, which is good for information and secrets and blackmail.
Mhm.
Because you work at the mansion, the question is often going to be yes. So I encourage trips to the spa. So to make this more difficult from time to time.
Perfect timing.
Good, good.
Yes.
I'm glad.
And your last move, please.
My last move is Confession.
Mhm.
When you tell someone of your wrongdoings, roll with the questions. Do you view the other as pure of heart? And do you invoke religion or family?
Oh, wow. All the moves are just really starting to click together, and I'm
Mhm.
seeing how this is going to get real messy real fast.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, I can either get my soul lightened and clear a condition on a hit. On like mid, they gain direct evidence of my wrongdoings or clear a condition themselves. Their choice. I would never do anything wrong, so good luck. And on a miss, the worst person possible overhears me, Corazon.
How do we choose who's the worst person possible?
That
The
was a-
head tilt. Oh my
yeah, it
god.
was good.
Delightful.
Incredible.
Mm.
Mm.
Raphael, tell us about your moves, please.
All right, so I chose Size Up, which allows me to, when I'm spotting or searching for something, I get to ask additional questions. Or even on a miss, I get to pick one, such as where's the nearest weapon in this room? What is that person actually hiding? Or is there a way out of this scene? And I feel like in a haunted house, this might be useful to be able to spot a weapon or find a way out of a sticky situation.
Oh, delightful.
So
Delightful.
I'm leaning into my rough and tumble spatial acuity. And then
A
my other
veteran of the
one,
Fairy Wars.
yeah, veteran of the Fairy Wars. On his shoulder, he has a twink in a heart. I have to think of some funny tattoo. And then my second move is for your protection, which I particularly love. And this says, when you offer your protection to someone and they accept it, I get to hold one, which means again to call on this and spend that hold to appear in any scene at any time or move to exactly where I need to be to protect them before anyone else can interfere. So I can just happen to be there to help the one I need, the one I want to protect.
See, the fun thing is, you can do I was there all along. You step out of the closet. Or you can just crash through the wall. Or swing from the chandelier.
Yeah.
This is, again, you have fictional positioning to do ridiculous things like ride a motorcycle through the attic. So have fun with that.
Yeah, I'm super excited for those. And those were the 2 moves that I get.
Like, delightful. Ricky Sanchez.
Howdy. Well,
Please tell us about your secret heart.
I certainly will. So, I accidentally closed my sheet. Let me open it back up.
It's all right. That's very Vivador of you.
I was just living my best life.
Living in the moment.
All right.
Huh.
And here we are. Okay. So, I picked, as I zoom in, because today I'm not wearing my glasses to be in character. My move was Secret Heart. That's my feature. When you mark a condition, you may choose to become obsessed with doing something meaningful, something good and important. Pick one obsession below and fill in another character's name in the black. You may only have one obsession at a time. So I have prove to blank that you love them. Dig up the truth about blank. Save blank from a terrible fate. Or reclaim something of sentimental value to blank.
So, notably, unlike most other things in this game, this does not require the other person to be aware of or to accept this choice. Now, the players will. The character may have no idea. So, yeah, when you get your feelings hurt, you can choose to just be like, no, I need to do something that matters here. I'm going to go retrieve the teddy bear they lost when they were a child, and that's just now your new thing.
So here's what I'm thinking. Since there's already a love duo with Jacinta, I need to prove to Jacinta. I know she's been fluffing me and all that, but secretly, I have feelings for.
I was really hoping that was going to be.
Yeah.
So there is a trifecta, if you will, for Jacinta. So,
That's good stuff. Okay, so
I'm just down there
technically,
fluffing. You're like, do you want to grab dinner?
Oh my
after?"
so technically, this move triggers once
Why
you
did I
mark
say
a
yes?
condition. I think that's a really good one to have locked and loaded and have people have in mind that, you're in this just to have fun, but once you get your feelings hurt and you're like, maybe things aren't so fun. Maybe I have to go fall in love. Maybe I have to get my heart broken first. So
I think that tracks too, because I feel like Jacinta is probably the most authentic version of herself with a fellow employee. Like, we're both kind of
Working
like,
class,
we're working class. We're solidarity,
So, to summarize the rest of this secret heart feature, as long as you have any obsession, whichever one you chose, your playbook question changes from is this going to be fun to are you steadfastly following your secret heart? So you get a far more narrow set of ways to get that easy +1. You have to be doing something in specific pursuit of this. But to make up for that, remember how you had to mark a condition to turn this on? Conditions have a +1 to one of your moves and a -2 to a different move. While you are obsessed, those bonuses and penalties are doubled for you.
Ooh, that's fun.
And what?
Don't apologize for your art, Ray.
Oh boy.
It's so good.
And so when you
We
manage to,
actually all gasped there. That was the most appropriate response.
Yeah.
and the
Yes.
great thing is, once you do this good and noble and heart-filling thing, you erase their name and you go back to, is this going to be fun? And you get to clear a condition. So, if we were looking at this in a wholly wholesome way, you're throwing yourself into something that makes you feel better by obsessing over it, getting what you need out of it, and going back to your old self. You've got this wonderful yo-yo, up, down, manic, depressive cycle going on, and I, for one, can't wait to see it.
I have crazy emotions. I'm always in flux, you know. Sometimes I'm feeling crazy, and sometimes I'm feeling sentimental. I mean, I'm a thrill seeker with a heart of gold.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Fool's
And what?
gold.
Hey,
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
I thought I would be more.
there's that hard side. There's that hard side that we discovered.
Mhm, mhm.
And your second move, please.
My second move that I chose was be brave. When you challenge a PC to put aside their fears to do something daring, and you know I'm the thrill seeker, so we're all going to be doing something scary, especially in a haunted house when I'm sure ghosts,
Mhm.
goblins, monsters will be there, and y'all be cowering. No, we're gonna go head first into there.
Yeah.
Offer you +1 ongoing to seek out that goal, so you will be able to get that just a little bit more success. And if you take it, I could hold 2 and gain an additional hold every time they use that +1. So what's good for you will be great for me.
Mhm.
Now I can never hold more than 3. That's all right, and I
Mhm.
can spend that whole 1 for 1 to appear in a scene with them. So you may think you're by yourself, but I might pop up right next to you, ready to shake things up. Or I can just give you a -1 on a roll directed to me. So if you try to mess me up, not so fast.
So I love that you and Raphael have a very similar move about just appearing in scenes with people. So we've got our 2 Pixie War veterans that can just show up at the most unexpected times. Where were you?
Where'd the glitter pops?
And I've been there the whole time.
Mm. More like
And
I've been
someone's
queer.
going to tell me what happened, so I just get the I don't
More
got
like
the-
I've been queer the whole time.
I can do both.
I can do both. I can do both.
Fabulous. So those are our characters and their moves. We're gonna do a little bit of world building now. The basic moves and the other moves, I'm gonna kind of save those for the actual game. I feel like we've all had the chance to review them, and our viewers aren't going to get a lot out of it without having an example to have it followed up with. Trust us when I say we will call these out. My personal goal is to make sure we trigger every single one of these during the first session, including face certain death. And I'm just going to leave that there for you all to chew on. We do have a few questions which do not appear on this sheet because I ran out of time. But fortunately, I have the book. So I am adapting some of the questions from other playsets to this one. So who in this group would we say is the biggest heartbreaker? Like we've got a few contenders.
Oh, actually, no. I thought that's what they got. Actually, Ricky.
Me? I was gonna say you.
I mean, I am known for breaking hearts, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I can copy that person.
I feel
Yeah.
like just my input on like the difference between those two, and like feel free to like cut me out for whatever. But like Ricky is I get the vibe that you are a known player, so there definitely could be like maybe the occasional heartbreak, but not like. But it's kind of one of those like you've never really like expressed any kind of like investment to begin with kind of thing. Whereas I could see La Beasa that being much more like
Yeah.
conniving.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a little bit more how some might say I'm I'm actually not going to use that toxic term.
Frigid,
Mhm.
bitter,
Go off.
cold, calculating,
Damn.
sickening.
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 Sickening. Yes.
Mhm.
See,
Fierce.
I'm gonna
fierce.
I'm gonna put out there that I also was thinking Jacinta could be a player for this one here, but I think LM is a excellent choice. Because everyone's trying to get with Jacinta, literally,
Oh, yeah.
except for her mother figure right now. Hearts are gonna get broken there. But
I mean, that's not really my problem, is it? I didn't do it.
That
it's
is
not-
true.
that's not your fault. It's not
You
your
weren't,
problem.
you
My
weren't
fault.
the active participant breaking hearts. I think I actively am trying to break
Yeah.
hearts.
There we
I-
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
That-
lead them on. You like pull the leash in a way.
It's not fun for you until they feel something.
My attachment
Mm.
style is a little toxic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
giving
a
a
little
little avoidant.
The more you build them up, the more spectacularly they fall.
Ooh, love it.
You can't burn a cathedral until you build it.
That's right.
Ouch.
Oh, you know, actually,
throwback.
I have a better line. I have a better line. I'm sorry that you built up this entire castle up in your mind. I never laid a single brick down. It's all fantasy.
Yes.
Woo! I'm sorry. The toxic traits are coming out. Let me stop.
It's your feelings are valid, but they're not my responsibility.
It's giving it to you problem.
Yeah.
you problem. That's what I was thinking.
You should maybe talk to your therapist about this.
Are you
Yeah.
weaponizing therapy speak? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. I have. Oh, one of the fun things, y'all, is you can ask questions of each other. If you're like, I want to know more about this character and what this implies, I have to ask. Has Julian ever been spotted at the Ren Fair, accompanying, being that polyamorous person with terrible boundaries that gets assigned to you every time that you step through the gate? Speaking as someone who is both polyamorous and a Rennie.
Maybe.
Fabulous.
You know he shows up with an ensemble costume centered around his outfit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And the frills are always out. It's very.
Mhm.
Hold on. I think I have the very top right here. It's got
I was
frills
like, my
and all.
Ren Fair outfit's literally right over there hanging up.
With the frills and all.
Yes,
Oh my
good.
god.
Correct.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I would love to see you wear that on our next game.
I think
So-
I will.
Hell yeah.
Wig
Yeah,
and all.
yeah, I gotta wear
Let's
some
go.
dramatic.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, all of that to determine, Julian, the owner's will mentions you specifically and offers a considerable amount of the missing money. What stipulation does the will have before you can inherit? And please tell us at least one thing about the owner so we can start building up an idea of who they are.
So, you thought Jacinta was the one that had her fingers in all the pots, in all the pies? No. Right before our lovely owner went missing, I was that was the newest addendum, was adding me in, and one of the stipulations was that I was not allowed to marry and take someone else's name.
Okay.
So yeah,
That is okay. That's very strong, but it's what stipulation does the will have before you can inherit? That's more of an ongoing thing.
Gotcha. Okay, so
I love that. It's just if we can have something that you have to do rather than
yeah.
not do.
I
How
think
about
that
you have to marry to inherit?
boom, the exact inverse. I
There
have
we
to
go.
marry,
That's fun. That's fun.
Now we got a wedding.
and my last name De La Cruz has way too much significance. Like, come on.
Yeah, and you have to give it up.
I have to give it up.
Money.
I have to give it up to get the money.
You have
So,
to give it up to
like-
get the money.
Oh, you do. I mean, wait. Julian's going to have to give up the last name. Are you taking on the owner's last name when you do this, or
Who can say?
your partner's?
I think remains to be seen.
Fabulous.
I do have to
Oh,
play to find that out.
oh, fabulous.
Okay.
And can you tell me one thing about the owner? Maybe their gender expression, or yeah.
Yeah, I think that the owner was definitely giving the vibes of what was, oh my gosh, hold on. What was this individual?
Mm-hmm.
The very first, I believe he is this very well esteemed looking gentleman. He basically has like so oh my gosh, why am I brain farting so bad right
George
now?
Clooney.
I'm not.
Okay.
George Clooney is a very easy one to go with, but I'd
Mm.
like to think that this gentleman is
Mm-hmm.
no, because the Haunted Mansion movie, like not
Eddie
the
Murphy?
no, not the most recent one, or not
What
the
an
2003.
incredible get we'd have for this stream.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
that'd be awesome.
Huh?
But
I mean, can we just say like a Raul Julia type?
yeah,
Like,
that's what
That's what I
yeah,
was
okay.
thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
Fucking
don't know
Raul
why I was
Julia.
having
It's
escaping
gotta
my.
be. It's gotta be Gomez.
It's gotta be.
Oh
Oh,
god.
yes.
Okay. I'm picking the one where he's got a knife between his teeth because God, that's
Correct.
such a good picture.
That's on all the bus benches advertising.
I literally like you're gonna laugh because I was just about to insert this in our chat. Oh, wrong freaking chat. Why am I like this?
That's fine.
Wrong.
Do we want to give him a different name, or is it
for
literally
sure.
just Raul Julia?
No. Definitely, I think a different name would be nice. But I definitely
Fabulous.
the Raul Julia type, and this is the photo that I was about to post in the correct chat. So yes,
Yes.
Marvelous.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you post that in Twitch chat as well for their
Yeah.
benefit?
yes, I
Fabulous.
most certainly
Yeah.
will. And it was also giving this lovely photo. I believe I can insert images into.
Damn, yeah, that's good. That was definitely the one that I was hoping for as well.
Mhm.
Can I actually insert this image into Twitch?
Well, I think you can
Wow.
just link. Yeah, the link would probably be easiest.
Oh, the link. Yes.
There's the
yes.
link, yeah.
Boom. Thank you.
Of course.
Copy
Oof.
link.
I hope you all are happy. I'm having to make a new folder on my PC, specifying which system the NPC picks are for. So appreciate that.
Wrong
You're
link.
welcome.
Definitely
All
like
right,
yeah.
love it. All right. Oh man, this is great. This is great. I will go ahead and insert that into our tracker because damn, that's good. All right.
Now I'm
owner.
definitely having an affair with him.
Wow.
Wow.
Can you blame her? I can't. Raul Julia could get it.
Yeah.
Could get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I would thank him.
Specifically as
All
Gomez.
right. Thank you.
Mhm. What a wonderful man. All right. So, yeah. So, I think it says something along the lines of, I don't know why I'm trying to do this while I'm trying to do something else. There we go. So the
Found
will
Sorry.
fabulous. The will probably says something along the lines of, to my beloved Julian, I leave the sum of $1 million to be, but as I desire for him to be well set up in life, the money will be kept in trust until the day of his wedding. I don't know if we wanted to do anything with the name or not. I don't know if that was a joke. Okay, fabulous. So we'll just keep it to you must be married.
Yeah.
Excellent. So yes, for one, you might actually want to get in touch with Nasio and begin filming Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the Bachelor dating show. Fabulous. And all right. You know, while we're at it, let's I'm going to save the rest of the role questions until we do a quick introduction of our NPCs. Knowing that we may continue to build on these people, especially the owner, I came up with these. I want them to be interesting, to feel like they are people that have useful moves. So please weigh in if you think we can make these people better, spicier, more useful. So this will be under the NPCs tab. Our first character is Fernando Castillo. He is a vampire. Tends to dress in a powder blue suit with a black undershirt, unbuttoned to the third button, of course, with a pair of rings and a single nail on the necklace. He is chronically on and off the wagon of if he will drink from a living human being or not. Currently on that wagon. And to avoid the temptation, he is crocheting. That is the current hobby he is taking up. You know, I feel like he and Ricky might get along a little bit. He's definitely got Vivador vibes. So when you go to see the vampire, he's been knitting scarves. He's been making little knitted bralettes for those, for a little stall that you can sell stuff out of. And he has been known to attempt to do a sweater for the people that he's serious about, but the knitter's curse always strikes and the relationship implodes before he can finish the sweater. So if you for each NPC, they have what's called a hook. If you are the last person to trigger the NPC's hook, you can then use their move. So his hook is significantly support or break his resolution to avoid feeding on a living human. If you do this, whether you affirm or deny that, you can ask him, and he will hypnotize an isolated character. And we'll work out exactly what that looks like, but you can have them do a thing, forget a thing, go somewhere. Because this is a system that honors player choice, any PC that is hypnotized in this way may mark a condition to break out of it earlier than planned. But I do suggest that if you do get hypnotized by this guy, play it to the hilt a little bit, have a little fun with it until it feels right for things to progress. Our second pair of NPCs are Rosito and Julio. They are a pair of ghosts in the mansion. By no means the only two ghosts. Their doomed story plays out on a regular basis with corresponding destruction of fragile objects in the area. If you help them resolve their story in one way or another, you unlock their move to haunt a room and make it near impossible to move through. Very poltergeist. I have not come up with a name for this person, and I need help. I'm thinking that we need a bit of a normie outside type character. I was thinking maybe a niece of the old owner or some kind of investigative reporter, maybe both. Her hook is tell her a new story, or a story she hasn't heard at least, about the mansion, its inhabitants, or its contents. And I don't know what move that should trigger. I feel like we've already got a lock someone down kind of move. We've got a lock down an area kind of move. What would telling a story to someone who's a local reporter who's trying to figure out what's going on with the mansion? She's kind of got that I want to believe vibe going on. What kind of things do we feel like that should unlock that would be useful and interesting to you?
Maybe some sort of flashback where it's like she recalls a story and it's the gun was secretly here and it was kind of like a MacGuffin or something like that, because something we didn't realize, and then
Or
a twist.
she's like, I heard from so and so that it was actually da da da. Like she uses her reporting skills. To,
Yeah, like
Yes.
it's a trade.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
you give her something, she gives you something.
Okay.
Yeah, so some kind of information exchange seems really appropriate. She looks like
Okay.
a Francesca to me.
I feel like the
Francesca's
best.
good.
Okay, so here's what I suggest.
Mhm.
When you have given her a story, and you control her. Her move could be, as long as she can tell a story related to using the subject of the story you told her, you may automatically take a 7 to 9 result on flashback to preparations.
Ooh.
I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I like that.
That's
Mhm.
fun.
So that is, you get to get one thing here. You have fabricated a piece of evidence. Tell us what it is. You've arranged for someone to be in the right place at the right time, or you stowed away something hidden, and she will reveal this in relation to the story that you told.
Neat.
And on a 7 to 9, you must mark a condition, or the MC will tell you how your plotting was flawed or get you caught up in a different problem. So it's got a little bite, but you know what you're getting.
Mhm.
And
Oh.
getting the mortal mixed up in the business, it should always be messy. We know
I
what
agree.
happens when that happens. You know, you start having vampires sparkling into the middle of Rome. It's just no good.
God, not like this.
Oh, all right, fabulous. Thank you for the help, y'all. For our last NPC, we have Nacio Abada. He's got he/they pronouns, and his hook is make it easier for Nacio to buy Mansion de los Muertos. This can be done in any number of ways. If you get him the deed, that's obviously going to work. If you undermine whoever controls the deed, and that works. If you're like, hey, we got an inspector in here, and this is the list of things that need to be fixed. Oh, and also the supernatural things that are wrong here. That could all be helping him buy the place for more easily. So basically, this incentivizes all of us to scheme a little bit, not just for ourselves, but for an outside character who is a threat to the status quo. Nacio is a upstart producer with deep pockets and shallow integrity. He's charming, he's a bit sleazy, and he is determined to make money off of the supernatural. He will do whatever it takes to own Mansion de los Muertos, and he has been the seasoned villain. So he's been coming in, trying his best, and we're about midway through season 2 of our show. Like, all the characters have been introduced, resentments and affections have had time to grow. We're now getting into that growing the beard season where things really get fun and messy. So Nacio is, if all else fails, go to Nacio and something bad will happen and entertaining. So those are our NPCs.
Love them.
All right.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Time
So
check.
cool.
All right. We are 2 hours in. How are we all feeling? Do we want to take a quick stretch and bio break?
Yeah.
A bio
Yeah.
Sure,
break
that'd
very
be great.
appreciated. Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
come back to finish up our roll questions and a bottom line question for the playset to help establish everyone even more tightly, not just with each other, but with the situation. See y'all
Nice.
soon.
All right. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. See you in a moment. Hello and welcome back, everybody. I am playing Rafael Lobo today, but I am Zendaric as a part of the A Tale of D20s channel, and we are proud to present Magpie Madness, where we are wrapping up our Passions setup today. Just a reminder, we do have a giveaway, so please type in Magpie Madness, two separate words in the chat to be entered and a chance to give. And all month we have a few books to give away, a few play settings. So please go to our website at taleofd20s.com/events to listen in and participate for multiple chances to win, not just this week. So again, this is also for charity. So we are proud to be raising money for the Trevor Project. And our goal is to hit $1,000 by the end of the year. And we are almost a quarter of the way there. And thank you so much, Noxium, for donating $20 to this charity. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the follow as well. So just wanted to shout that out. And if you can't donate, no problem. Please share. Sharing is caring. We'd love to get the word out for this wonderful cause. So again, we're playing Passions today, and this is our session 0, and we will be diving into it next week. But we have a few more spicy things to get into before we close out today. So I'll pass it back to you, Zach, to finish us out today.
All right. Well, on the break, we realized that we had a little voice modulation issue with the microphone earlier that made everyone sound a little demonic. And to pay tribute to that, we are introducing one additional NPC, the family lawyer who is in charge of executing the will of the former owner, who we still need a name for at some point. So our demonic character here is Femme presenting. Recently appeared in a circle of brimstone at the wheel, adjusted her glasses downward, and said, "Well, enough of that. Time to get down to business." And I think I just quoted Yzma. Okay, that's definitely now.
Canon.
Oh God, now
Yep,
that's
yep. Now you
okay.
have to do
That
an
now
Yzma
she's
voice.
Yzma. Now
Mhm.
she's like, I found this, I finally found this, femme presenting demon in a nice business suit and skirt. And I was like, there we go. I'll post that. Now it's just Yzma. It's a tiny demonic Yzma has popped out, and it's like, well, he's not getting any better, and is now here to execute the will.
I love it. Pull out the will, Crunk.
Yes.
Wrong will,
I'm thinking sign your name on a contract would be a good way to gain control of Yzma. We'll maybe come up with a less copyright infringing name in the future, but that is a possibility. Or maybe show them your name on a contract would be allow a little more flexibility. You
Or
can
allow
certainly
them to participate in a contract or oversee it or execute
Ooh.
a contract with them.
Oh.
They're also the family notary.
Of course.
With them. Okay,
You
so
wish to sign a contract, but no, I
that's
just
gonna-
need to say
that's-
something official.
That's gonna tie in so well with my playbooks. A lovely little last episode. I'm excited.
oh no. Okay,
Very excited.
fabulous. So it sounds like you might be starting with control of this NPC. Fabulous.
Let's see.
What do we feel a interesting move would be for a lawyer after you have executed a contract with them? I feel like they would then act in some way on your behalf, yes?
For sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you like-
Maybe
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, besides the obvious, offer legal aid, maybe be like, give you some, maybe if they are able to help you, maybe they can give you some evidence or cook up some evidence,
Oh,
because there's a whole move
Interesting.
behind that about, like,
yes.
trying to find evidence and present it. I think that our
Mhm.
lovely Yzma might be a great contributor to that said evidence.
Okay.
Maybe like a +1 forward towards whatever you're writing the deed to, or like whatever the contract is for.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. We've got our reporter is here for gives you a 7 to 9 on. Oh, I forgot to fill that in. But go ahead while I'm thinking out loud. I'll think quietly.
I was thinking along the same lines as that, the
Mhm.
what you just said for the reporter, of giving her since it's like a lawyer and they can execute things, the manipulate a superior. So maybe like if you have them, they can help like manipulate a superior on your behalf.
Oh, interesting.
Or like you can like team up with them to manipulate a superior and have a bonus because it's like they will work with you for like a 2-on-1. That it's good every time.
Yeah.
I see. That's interesting.
So,
But manipulate a social superior is about humbling yourself and knuckling under to them to get what you want.
I was thinking of accuse someone of lying.
Or deserve what you demand then? Or where's the accused someone? Oh, yeah, maybe.
I could see that. I could also see that being demand what man, the contract unlocked a lot of possibilities. Like how would this demon support you?
Maybe it could be like a generic, like if they support you, it's a +1 towards whatever thing is appropriate. Like we don't have to, or does it need to be
it's
very
like
specific?
a +1 to hold someone to the terms of an agreement they've made.
And ongoing when they're involved, a +1 ongoing when they're involved.
Yeah. Like,
ooh. I mean, maybe even I'm thinking like also like flashback to preparations, like a nice little like.
That was my first thought.
That was your first thought. Yeah.
Because like that basically counts as a automatic yes on you fabricated or like yeah. Like take +1 to flashback to preparations involving the contract.
I think that's like the best one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that
makes
makes sense.
Nice. Awesome.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'll get that written down. So take +1 to take +1.
It's
so
funny.
good.
It's so good.
It's regarding the contract, which is interesting because we have to see you execute the contract on camera, but that regarding what the contract was about, I think is good and juicy because it introduces a subject and then we get to see more about it later. All right, cool. I like it, and it was an automatic 7 to 9 for our other character on the other one. Reveal a shocking truth. I think. There we go. Okay. She was also flashback to preparations. We really like that one. Yeah, whatever. We'll just have her be good at helping you with the shocking truth. I'm okay with that. Like, the reporter uncovers things and helps you when you reveal things. Makes sense. Okay. Sources say. All right. Who is our most manipulative character?
Corazon.
I feel like that's probably true.
I'm like, what? Oh, I need to point up, right? Yeah, you're there.
Oh man.
So Corazon, how did you know Nacio before you arrived at the mansion?
I knew Nacio? Okay.
Like you two are like obviously butting heads over the mansion now. Everything good there, Ellen?
I'm trying to point like in the direction of
I'm like, is that
right confused?
Yeah, it's like, are we just pointing at my like window in the street?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. In the street,
okay, everyone point at Ray.
Oh wow, rude. Wow, my hands are not feeling right now. Thank you. Okay, because obviously we're like butting heads now. So like, I feel
Mhm.
like this is somebody I did not want to have back in my life, and
Mm-mm.
for some reason outside of my control,
Can
or
I offer a
like,
suggestion?
oh, please, I might deviate off of it, but like, yeah, get me started.
Mhm.
Feel free, just a thought, only because of what you just said. You said what Zach said is he wants to like film these, and since you're a little bit older, maybe years and years ago, he actually scouted you as talent, and you had a bad falling out and
Mhm.
like separated,
Yeah,
and like
he was
you know,
supposed to make me famous,
he was supposed to make you
and
famous, and you
he
didn't. You
didn't.
had to do something else.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, no, I like that. Like I'm a star. Yeah, no.
Yeah, let's bring that
But,
energy to the murder mansion. Yeah, absolutely.
a little, yeah, ooh, we're going that route now.
Keep
Okay,
pitchforks
yeah.
away from you.
So I think he's not only sleazy, but he's incompetent.
Oh, so promised
Mhm.
so to
How could he
make
not make
her
someone like you a
famous.
star? He must be bad at his job.
He's yeah.
Mm,
So
He's Dirk.
not he is as much of a nuisance as he is a threat to me taking the house.
damn.
Yes.
Just
Like I don't
let,
believe in him, but I still like I'm not gonna like be why would I but yeah, I'm not gonna like underestimate him either. Like
I feel like, and I don't want to put this as something you have to do, but I feel like with a very good writer's room, Corazon has a different insult for Ignacio every time that he shows up. The cocklebur under my saddle. Definitely don't want to put that expectation on you, but I feel like that's the vibe.
it's
So
okay. I can start prepping with some quips for next time.
Yeah,
I've got 2 weeks to just really
just add
lay on.
another sheet to the Google Doc.
Yeah.
insult for Ignacio.
I'm taking personal notes. Insults for
Amazing.
Ignacio.
Oh boy, that's amazing.
I
Okay.
imagine that feels very in character too. Corazon's like I doubled one recently. I need a new list.
There's an actual list yes.
Mhm.
Yes, they
Oh
are
boy.
ranked with pages double spaced with 3 columns. Yes.
I was
Mhm.
gonna say Corazon definitely is a bullet journaler, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
feels
Color
right.
coded too.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the most downtrodden? Mm,
Are you pointing at me?
I mean,
I
you
could see
have
it.
Shucks.
I could see Ricky. Like
Oh,
Ricky's,
Yeah.
Ricky's out here like having a good time.
no.
Does
Ricky's
Ricky
got
get
this like
respect?
hidden heart of gold, the kind of thing. Like
Jacinta good.
he could.
I'm for it. I think he'd be downtrodden. Maybe that's the reason why he's always trying to live his life to the fullest and all that to kind of pick
Mhm.
up this, like
Can't
pick
find
up the
full
life.
meaning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to find meaning in life. So he's always doing something dangerous or scary or like
Everything just
wild.
feels so superficial.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He just wants some meaning in life.
Okay, Ricky. You stumbled on a dark secret of someone associated with the mansion as you went about your work there. So maybe when you were entertainment one of those evenings, it sounds like.
Mhm.
What was it, that dark secret, and how have you lost the proof you once had?
So as I was doing my Magic Mike session,
I'm done.
I'm thinking that perhaps I discovered how indeed the proprietor passed away. Maybe he was murdered. And
Was there a ritual sacrifice circle?
yeah,
Was he
I'm
torn
thinking
in half? Was there a
I'm
body?
I'm thinking that he was probably ritually sacrificed by, and like the proof was possibly a weapon or something, and I'm like trying to find that weapon, that item, just to kind of prove it.
Mm-hmm. So you walked in, grabbed the sacrificial knife as proof. How'd you lose it? And of
Hmm.
course, was the sacrificial circle still there the next time the body was seen? Is an interesting question.
Remnants, perhaps, but it wasn't there to be seen.
And the body presumably wasn't either, because
Where's
he's
the body?
presumed dead. But
Right.
maybe he actually is dead. It might be a first for this playset.
No, it was
On the
his
other hand,
twin
it's supernatural.
brother. It's fine.
It is supernatural too. So, like, just because he's dead now doesn't mean that's going to stay that
He'll
true.
get better. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Ghosts.
Maybe
how
you
do I-
put the dagger in your bag with all your stuff, like your go bag to go here to the mansion.
Yeah, I could have that. I could have the. How did I lose that?
Maybe you were out drinking or partying with one of us.
Oh, maybe my bag got switched. with
Maybe somebody
another-
handed you your bag
Oh.
helpfully at the end of the night.
Oh.
Oh shit.
I mean, Jacinta, you helped me with my bags
Jacinta.
and all that. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh,
All I
don't
know is
forget
that
your bag.
yeah.
Everything always comes back.
But it
to
was the
her.
wrong.
Oh,
That's
yes.
good. That's good. A hidden villain, maybe? Who knows?
What?
Who
No.
knows? It's always the help.
I do like the idea of the switcheroo of yeah, I'm like a cold-hearted bitch, but I'm not the actual. Yeah.
Well,
It's like, yeah, you're not rooting for me, but I didn't.
I was inspired by one of my last time on things is you hid something where it will hopefully be safe.
Yes.
Oh, I see what we're doing here now. Conspiring.
I'm not saying I
You-
did it.
I
I'm
swear.
just saying maybe I want leverage on the person who did.
Maybe you thought it. Maybe it was
Maybe Jacinta is tired of not having power in this house.
Damn. Why doesn't anyone ask? It's always, Jacinta, where were you? Jacinta, why were you in that room? Never, Jacinta, how are you?
How are you?
I'm sorry, but
Uh-huh.
Jacinta, who are you?
Who are you?
Like, I'm the executive assistant of this LLC.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay, so
Whew,
Ricky
Too much fun.
found a sacrificial dagger at the murder scene, but lost it that evening
Uh-oh.
when, possibly because we have to introduce doubt,
Whatever could it
when
be?
Jacinta handed him his bag
Maybe it was already gone when I handed you the bag.
without
Maybe.
the dagger in it. There we go. Maybe you
This is
did.
really nice for me. I usually play support characters in games. Like I'm
Oh.
usually the cleric or the
Mhm.
bard.
Yeah.
This is nice. I like it.
No, you're the murder hobo.
You DPS today.
Like this better not influence me in any way.
This better not awaken something in me.
Yes! Oh, delightful. All right. All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is juicy. Most powerful. It's probably Corazon again, right?
hmm
All right. This one is juicy. I feel like it's going to uncover some interesting things. You stepped into control of the mansion, as we've established, in the immediate aftermath of the owner's death. What potential scandal or crime has this partially unveiled?
No,
Yes, LF.
I'm just gasping.
No.
That's all.
Is it your embezzling?
Oh.
I'm not cooking the books.
Hmm?
I thought what I saw was cooking the books.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I was
let's
cooking
say
the
how
books.
much-
Like,
I was cooking the
oh,
books.
okay, you're taking over. Well, we're gonna do the audit then. Like, oh,
Yzma might be involved in that.
yeah.
Oh, Yzma is certainly going to be involved as the family will executor and notary.
Mhm.
Notarize.
So
I mean, this is
what I got
truly- Oh, go ahead.
what I got to ask is this: like, the owner was wealthy and has been maintaining this property. Is the property these? Okay, so one thing that I was interested in is our reporter character thinks there's a concentration of power in the mansion. I'm thinking like this might be some kind of ley line intersection or something.
Okay.
Or just dead people tend to hang around here longer for some reason. Maybe they're getting recycled into soul juice or something. I don't know. But whatever is going on, our owner had a lot of money. Was that coming from the mansion or from something else? Is this a going concern or is this just where y'all live?
Hmm.
How dark do the parties get?
Ooh. Ooh.
I feel like this is where the rich and famous and escandalos happen all the time.
Yes.
I feel
And-
like we have dark parties.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what I'm hearing is it was an embezzlement. You found the blackmail folders.
Found the black. Yes. I do like the idea that there were other dealings involved that I might not have necessarily like I definitely cooked the books, but it might not have been
Mm-hmm.
my decision to make.
Maybe
What I'm
the
hearing is-
owner might
parboiled
not
when
have
you got
been
there.
the benefactor that
Mhm.
his public image would have you believe him to be, and now he is dead or
So-
missing.
So what I'm hearing is the man with all the secrets on the rich and famous has just been murdered sacrificially,
Mhm.
and you who have been cooking the books so that all the money that his victims I hesitate to say
Oh, you're
victims in this
laundering.
context. Yeah,
Yeah.
you've been laundering the money, and now you got a glimpse at how the money has actually been coming in. It
Okay.
wasn't the diamond mines. It's been
Mhm.
all of the buddies he's got blackmail on that have been paying him. So,
Salud.
and it's just. I wonder if Nacio's name is in there.
Oh, ooh, so that could be Nacio and I could be at a kind of a Cold War stance where we're like,
Mhm.
yeah, like I'm mad at him, but I've also got like beef on him. But like if either of us say anything, like I'd definitely take the other one down with them.
Pardon my neighborhood.
Oh, didn't hear anything, but okay. Okay.
Oh, I
Let's
love
see.
that.
Oh, it's all good.
That's fun.
Yeah, so like maybe Nacio maybe hold on, no, we have it that he's back in our lives, or let me double check this. Oh, before they arrived at the mansion, promised to take. Yeah. So maybe it's a matter of we had this big, like far more removed, like still in the same circles, obviously, but much more removed prior to the owner missing. Kind of like business relation, kind of begrudging, but beneficial because we're further apart. Like as this ongoing event has made us have to work together more, we're like fucking hate it sort of thing.
Well, you have something
Mm.
he wants too, which is
Mhm.
access not only to the mansion but to all these famous people and all their secrets.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like the owner disappearing is a power vacuum that he wants to fill, and well, both of us want to fill.
Mhm. Mhm.
And part of like my thing is like, yeah, I'm definitely party to and have been complicit in the laundering scheme, but like it wasn't just me, okay?
You didn't know how dirty the laundry was.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just filled Excel spreadsheets, okay?
God, I say that at work all the time.
Right? I'm fine. It wasn't actually me.
Hmm.
It's
Not
fun.
sure I'm interested in that one. Let's see.
I was
Can I-
compelled.
Can I take a minute to world build here? I feel like I've been
Please.
thinking about something for how how Raphael fits a little bit better into this, and I feel like I just settled on an idea that I like. So
Mhm.
he's like the the rough and tumble gentleman, pretty boy, but he is actually the reason why he's staying here, and a part of that is he is. His family is owns the construction company that builds and expands the Hotel de la Muerta, and I'm the son of like the father that owns the company, and
Oh.
that's why I'm just like rich money walking around like I own the place, but like I oversee construction sites, or like that's why I can sometimes
Hmm.
be doing things. I feel like I feel like
Interesting.
that's a good reason to like be there, you know what I mean? So like
Mhm,
I'm the
mhm,
the gentleman, I got the money, I got the suit on, like I work sometimes, you know what I mean?
mhm.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
and like, you also tend to be like the person that's like you're not as much about the scheming, you're more about like going in and blowing things up with the truth.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, exactly. I got a job to do. I'm here to
Mhm.
do XYZ, and then I come in and yeah.
That would
That
explain why you'd be familiar with the property and how you could be anywhere that you need to be at any
Yeah.
time too.
Oh, you also know where all the secret passages are because
Yeah,
you've seen
yeah.
the
Oh.
blueprints.
Exactly. So I feel like that like just sort of came together in my mind. I like
Mhm.
how that settled. So
Can I throw out in my brain I've been seeing this as like the Winchester Mystery House. So like all sorts of like wild like staircases to nowhere, secret passageways, and like all sorts of like silly hijinks that can happen like behind a
Murder
painting that
rooms.
you can see through. Yeah.
mhm.
Hmm.
Every house needs a murder room.
I was also thinking, maybe because we're kind of like leaning into the more
Mhm.
mystical side, spooky side, so to speak. I think that another way that my Belleza would have probably gotten his fingers into this situation is that he uses not so much, I don't want to say witchcraft, but like he definitely uses, like, he casts spells
Like
to
Bruja.
get
Mhm.
brujeria. Yes, he's a bruja. He's a
Bruja.
I
brujo.
like that.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Certainly got the
So
nails.
Encanter.
so he definitely has like ways about him to try and get stuck in your head, that
Ooh.
may not just be very innocent. And he's always trying to get on, like, find information that he normally should not be um, aware of.
Mhm.
So it's very, very interesting, the
What
kind of
was
hijinks he gets into.
Lafayette's boyfriend from True Blood? You're giving him. You're
Yes, yes,
very
yes.
down.
Angel,
Oh.
Angel, I believe.
Angel.
Angel, yes.
Oh yeah, he was.
Anhel? Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm.
Wait, his name wasn't Angel. I'm sorry.
Was it
No.
Angel or was
Yes,
it
yes,
Anhel?
Angel, Angel. Yes,
It was
Angel.
Anhel.
Yes, yes. Um,
Okay.
yeah, yes. That exactly.
Yes.
That's the vibe I'm going
Correct.
for.
Giving. Yes, I love it.
Nice.
Love it.
Nice.
That was honestly one of the best changes they made from the book, by the way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Same, agreed. And I love the
Correct.
books,
The
Oh,
books
I
are
love the books.
delightful.
the Suki
Yes.
Stack House novels.
Can
Ugh.
we also say that the sacrificial weapon was a silver dagger or a silver sickle?
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah,
I
that's
like
good
that.
stuff.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, if the tool is silver, that would almost imply some kind of like divine, not like devilish.
I
So it
mean,
wouldn't be of the occult. It would be of a different type of
there might-
sacrifice.
there's either some kind of fanatic around here or someone pretending to be one.
Ooh, copycat. I don't
Mhm.
know.
I thought
I
that
mean,
would
there
be
could
cool.
also be false evidence getting planted too.
And maybe it's
Mm.
also maybe approaching a full moon.
Of course it is. Of course it
Um,
is.
So I was thinking for why Jacinta would be like inspired to take it is maybe it was identifiable in some way.
Yes, of course. Like
Like
it's
it has
evidence.
maybe a family crest on it or something.
Ooh.
Like it's an
Ooh.
heirloom sacrificial dagger because that's the universe we live in.
Of course.
That was
Sure.
my grandfather's sacrificial dagger.
To my
Yes.
favorite,
Don't
to
you
my
see the
favorite
monogram?
granddaughter, I
Yeah.
leave my reusable cement shoes. May she use them in good health.
It's beautiful.
All right.
Oh.
With an identifying crest. and we can do we have an idea of whose crest is on it? Or do we want to leave that for now? Like just knowing that it identifies someone and then figuring out who it identifies in play could work.
Yeah.
That's part of the mystery
Yeah.
that we have to solve.
Yeah.
Cool. All
I
right. Yeah.
definitely think Ricky, because so these parties that they're having, definitely think Ricky has been the entertainment for all these illustrious parties
Mhm.
from all these clientele. So that's how he knows like who's been where and could possibly figure out, or at least attempt to figure out.
Mhm.
That's why I had the silver sickle. I was trying to see if I can solve this and figure out and without telling anyone. But I
Yeah.
like to do dangerous things and live and all that.
Yeah, that was probably you being like, "Yes, I must do something meaningful here. I will solve this mystery." God damn it! Where's the sickle?
And Jacinta's like, oh,
Exactly.
Jacinta's like, oh, buddy, you can't. No, thank you.
Mhm.
You might have been protecting him a little bit there. We'll see.
Well, a little bit, maybe.
Maybe you were protecting yourself, or whoever owns the sickle.
Right.
Let's see. Okay, last question. Who is the most roguish among you?
Roguish.
Roguish
Caballero?
in like causing scandal, or roguish as in quiet and sneaky?
Probably more scandalous.
That's what I figured. Okay.
I mean, we already have Ricky in, don't we? Yeah.
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 Oh.
Ricky is Ricky is a perfectly legitimate sex worker. I don't
Mhm.
know if they're scandalous. Like
Yeah. I mean,
having a
I'm-
relationship with them might be scandalous, but they're
yeah, my persona isn't scandalous person. More of like I might have been involved in scandals.
I could see it.
Gotcha.
If there's not a better answer, I think it's Ricky, but
I
I don't
could see I
mean,
could see Raphael being
Same.
just and again I'm actually kind of thinking like the whole like you're not like a construction worker proper, but you're in that field and there's like that blue collar like rugged vibe to it, even if you're driving a pavement princess
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Mhm.
And it could be like part of that that image.
All right.
I think this does pull you in quite nicely, actually. With this
Sure.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you've got maybe it's not like roguish in terms of like you know, like just being scandalous, but
Like
roguish
cunning and
in, like,
guile, but more like a
like this kind of guy. Like, there's like gruff.
yeah.
You are giving Walker. You're giving Walker.
Yeah.
Garrett
Yes.
There we
Padalecki.
go. Thank you.
Okay.
That's what I was getting to.
So, Raphael, why was getting a job at Mansión de los Muertos the best chance for you to get out of trouble?
Ooh. Because if I didn't, I would say it's something. If I didn't take this job, I probably would have wound up as a gang leader.
What?
That was a left turn.
Nice.
Is that too
That's
crazy?
great.
Is that too crazy?
No.
That's great.
What's the name of this gang?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
the
So-
gang?
I would have been the
He was
alpha
hanging out with the
wolf.
bad kids.
I would have been
And
If
I
I-
know about that. That's
and
the
Ricky
hardness that I
knows
know from
about
the
it. That's
past.
the
Yeah.
hardness. Yeah. If I didn't get in this construction job and start working with at the construction site, I would be in a gang.
Are you saying that
Ooh.
your, the current leader of the pack has been grooming you for the position?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That could be why you're under my wing.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't realize
I-
you were.
I
Yes.
love that we're introducing a few outside factions that are interested in this. This is good
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
Maybe spa days are a little extra. You know,
Oh boy.
that time of the month,
Yeah.
Okay.
the full
Okay.
moon.
I mean,
All right.
Lobo.
Wait,
Lobo.
we're bringing Lobo into the spa days now.
Yeah. Oh.
I thought it was our stupid thing.
I thought that was our thing.
Come on, Julian.
But we
Wow.
can't lose. Okay.
How loose
Okay.
do you cut? I don't know.
Come on, you act like I
I'm
haven't seen it.
gagging.
You act like I haven't seen it.
Angelo.
Well, that just became canon.
I
The
mean,
softer side has made it
I have seen your softer side. You have seen my softer side.
Mm. Amazing.
No, I think
Oh
maybe
my
he's the
God.
one who's seen your harder side.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is it your
Alright.
softer side because it's covered in fur?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm dead.
Raphael, are you a good boy?
Oh.
Or are you a bad boy? Who
This-
Depends
knows?
who's asking.
I forgot how crazy this game can get.
God, the horny energy can get very much. If
It's
it ever
very-
gets to be too much, let me know.
We're literally like leaning so into the Monster Hearts too.
Which
Yeah.
is one of my
We just
favorites.
don't have any sex moves. That's all.
Yeah, that's all. I deeply, deeply love Monster Hearts,
Same.
so I'm
Yeah.
for that.
Mhm.
Honestly, like I used Monster Hearts to explore if I was actually happy being a man. I did come out of it concluding that the answer was yes, and that I
Oh,
did
you got
quite
new
enjoy
gender
being
plus.
a man.
Nice.
But it was like I was like I'm now male with a blue check mark. Like I verified it. Okay. So these are no longer questions for individual people. Anyone can throw in on these and build on each other's statements. These are relating to previous episodes in our show. Tell us about the time the mansion almost burned down.
Oh my gosh. I summoned that demon.
It was Yzma?
No, wait. Was it Yzma? I don't think I
Was it?
summoned Yzma. I think Yzma's a demon that already was part of the house.
Mm-hmm.
I think someone pissed me off. I think the last empleada pissed me off when I summoned a demon. That's why I had to get new help.
And you got Jacinta the job, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god!
Yeah.
I was just like a server at the party.
Yeah. And you're
was
like,
there-
and you see potentials like this one is much more malleable than the current empleada.
So was there a scene where the owner or someone else was like, "You broke this, you fix this, get a new employee"?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who was there?
Mm.
Amazing.
Maybe you noticed the owner talking to me when I was serving
Oh.
and like being very nice to me.
Mhm.
And you were like,
No more.
Not on my
Get 'em-
watch.
Get in the kitchen.
This was
Get
during
'em
one of
the
those
maid.
crazy sex parties, so I went out there half naked.
Mm-hmm. Which was still a lot more clothing than most of them.
a candelabra goes down, flames take over a curtain.
And I thought that was you, but it was the other one. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Trying to
Okay.
immediately eliminate a threat.
But you're still around, so yay.
Yay.
Did the
Great.
fire department respond? Or did y'all handle it internally?
Internally.
Oh, no.
Internally.
We're
Oh.
capable.
Yeah,
Oh.
we wouldn't want to get
We
outside
don't
authorities.
we don't need a paper trail.
No.
Mm.
No.
So who put out the fire? And how?
Oh, maybe that's
Oh.
how I got promoted. I
Yes.
took the ice bucket from the champagne and hauled ass.
Amazing. Amazing.
And they were
Oh
like
man.
resourceful.
The champagne was warm, but we survived.
Yeah. No, they
So-
made me go out and get more ice.
So you summoned a demon, which set fire to curtains, which were then put out with a champagne ice bucket.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
At
And
the sex party.
at the sex
Yeah.
party. Clear-
Nasty.
And because the hotel almost burned down, clearly you summoned the demon and things caught on fire right before commercial break, and like the flames started licking up the wall, and it looked like it was about to get real bad. So
And then the next episode starts with the bucket being hauled. Yeah.
something like that? Does
Or-
that all
or-
sound right?
That's when they cut back as you throwing the bucket
Mhm.
and hauling, and then the next episode is me overseeing someone like fixing the foundations of the house and covering up the actual
startup,
structural work
yeah.
and pretending to work.
Or like maybe like just for some dumb reason you're just like replacing a bunch of outlets. It was an electrical fire.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yes! I love that. I love that.
Mhm, That's
Yeah.
all.
You and I are talking. It was just electrical
Mhm.
fire. And
Mhm.
Yep. Just a small
My
thing.
my favorite thing about this is that you are implying that you basically threw the bucket very close to instantly. It kind of sounds like the shot was you throwing a bucket of champagne ice water on the fire and the demon that was still in the middle of the summoning circle that
Mhm.
except so
Yes.
there's now a demon that has appeared on the sex party scene and just got soaked with a bucket of ice water.
Uh-huh.
oh,
Yes.
they're unhappy, but they're gonna eat one of the guests.
Amazing.
Take that how you
Amazing.
will. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I
where's
feel
my
like
Zoom?
this fits perfectly with with Jacinta thinking that Julian is nice to her, because maybe you were like, hey, if you don't want anyone to get mad at you, there's actually more ice in the kitchen, so you're probably going
Yeah.
to want to replace that before the
Yeah.
champagne gets warm.
Mhm.
And I was like,
Mhm.
oh my god, that's so nice, you didn't even scream at me.
I'm.
Are we
Wait. I
are we
think
best friends?
I think all of that happened, but I was like, I think there's more ice before it gets warm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
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 Yeah, like, but I read it as nice.
Yeah. Oh, those rose-colored glasses, my love. They're so pretty.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Here's a fun one. Tell us about a romantic scene that had people gasping.
Ooh.
Which one?
Yeah.
It's Grey's Anatomy. We have so many.
I want to say, like, it was many episodes ago when
Mhm.
Ricky got Corazon to let loose the first time.
Oh.
And she, I don't know how you feel about it, but like you
No,
pulled
I like
back.
that.
You liked it, but then you pulled back to how you are now.
Yes,
You know,
I
and
love
that's why
that. I
he's still
love
trying
that.
to get you to do
Mhm,
it.
mhm.
Yeah,
So
I got a little too like
Too loose.
I tried
Little
to
too
You
loose.
indulged
okay,
once.
okay, I'll play along. I will be like the party person. I will
Everyone says I'm not fun. I can be fun.
Mhm.
You like go out on the motorcycle once, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Smoke a cigarette.
And
Someone catches you
I was
smoking a
like,
cigarette, and then you're like, "No, I can't deal with the backlash." You know, you're like in the news, you smoking a cigarette on a motorcycle, and then you're like, "I can't deal with the backlash."
yeah.
And
It's
then,
not even anything like bad and like definitely not
Mhm.
like illegal or even like it's not even like scandalous, but it's such a like break in the public
Mhm.
image
Mhm.
that I
Mhm.
want to put out.
Yeah.
That like yeah, like and that's why I've got beef with Ricky.
So Ricky,
Even Ricky's but even Ricky's like, yeah, girl, that was fun. Why you want to do it again? It's like, no, you like,
Stop telling people I'm fun.
I don't want to be.
so Ricky, this was a romantic scene, and it left the viewers gasping. Like, was it just because it was Corazon? Like, how did you convince her, and what made this like the memorable scene that people are still talking about?
So we had like a whole new world scene. Like I was like, "Do you trust me?
Mhm.
Hop on my
God.
motorcycle."
I'm dead.
And then we went riding off, no helmets, of course, because I'm a thrill
Mm.
seeker.
Hair in the hair in the
Yeah.
wind. Yes.
But we're like going down like the main town, so like people are seeing this, and you're just
Mhm.
like, I'm gonna be seen with a exotic dancer driving through this, and I'm like, don't worry about it. And
I'm
like,
hugging him on the back of his motorcycle, and everyone can see who I am and who he is. And
And your hands are on his chest.
on his
Oh,
yes,
Or
as
chest.
Gasp! I'm
Yes.
gasping.
What was she leaning in because she was shielding her face from the wind, or because she wanted to get closer to Ricky?
Was her head
Oh.
on your shoulder?
So
Never
Ricky,
again.
did you like when she decided it was too much? Like, was it like you pulled off the road into an alleyway and there was like a will they won't they, or did you just like turn around and go back to the hotel? Like, what happened?
I definitely think that I said like, did you trust me? Took you to some place like
Mhm.
maybe like not a place that someone of your stature would go to, like a dive bar or some type of place,
Mhm.
and I'm like, welcome to my world kind of situation. But come
Mhm.
on, Corazon.
Yeah.
You know,
Taught her to shoot some pool.
teach her how to shoot some real pool, how to really drink
Pro
your whiskey,
darts. Yeah.
throw some darts. And I kind of held your arm while we were throwing darts and all that. But little did you know that there was maybe this reporter who was seeing thing was kind of making a news scene around by and be like, and look what we have here. Cortisone being seen in the insert dive bar
How
name
far
here.
the mighty have fallen.
Oh,
And he just
yeah.
pushed me off and stormed out.
Got a
Left me
lift.
there.
Lift. Obviously, I have a private
You
driver.
called your private car. Yeah.
Amazing.
And also, I like told them to go pick me up from like a Four Seasons a block and a half away instead, because I wasn't gonna get picked up in a fucking dive bar.
And I
Was it a
like,
landscaping
Cortisone, don't walk
company?
away. Cortisone, where you going?
Yes. Oh man, that's
Yeah.
so good.
Good.
That's so
I
good.
also really like the idea that like this was a chance, because you said we're like halfway through season 2, so like in like, you know, season 1 to establish as like this original character, and this was like a chance for my character to kind of like redeem herself personality wise, and just like choosing like no, I like specifically choosing not
We
to.
were all
Like,
rooting
I'm
for
taking a
you.
particular fork in the road at this very key point in my character development.
So
So it's
You
almost kind of
Zuko'd the
magic
shit
in a
out of
way.
that. You
Like
Zuko'd the shit out of that redemption arc. It's
Yes.
full end of
Oh, yeah.
season 2.
yeah,
Crystal
full into
Caves.
season 2, like you're like, oh, maybe she could be like, maybe we could actually root for this character and actually want her to be happy, and like, or maybe just like, yeah, make a really sad twist on it. It's like, yeah, she could have been happy, but she cares too much about her image to actually do what she wants.
Oh, that's so
It'd be
good.
so
We're all
sad.
rooting for you.
Oh.
Oh
Then,
my
we cut
God.
to
For
Ricky
you.
sitting on a bar stool by himself,
Oh.
and it pans out to last call.
And then season 1 ends.
Yeah. the season
Oh
ends.
man.
Rolls
Where
credits.
Ricky's sitting there with like a finger of whiskey left, like sitting
Yeah.
at the bar, sad, and just like pan out and ambient bar noises, and like pan out like through the door as it
The
closes.
sound of
and then
Corzone's
to the
heels
black.
This is
clicking
getting
as she
so
walks.
good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Jordan's sparking. Yeah,
The ending theme song is the same and doesn't change at all, so it's a
No.
little jarring.
Amazing.
And it's a little bit too loud. So it like shocks you every time. Yeah.
Amazing.
I
Yeah,
love it.
that's definitely one that's got the viewers still talking about it. People are arguing about if the writers made the right decision or not, which means it was a good decision.
Yeah,
So,
we're talking about it.
okay, I feel
So,
like yeah,
may
go
I
ahead.
just before we like lean off of that, just because we do want to talk about like character relations and interactions things. So is that like something that is cool? It's like role playing that like tension, that history, that connection that is being denied is something like you're cool with, Omar?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, okay.
I have
cool.
very little veils in line,
Okay.
so don't worry.
Likewise,
Take it there.
I figured like that was a very specific and kind of like heavy relationship interaction that our characters had had. So I just was like, that's cool. Okay.
I'm all about it.
Dope.
Okay. All right. I'm a sucker for fan fiction, so I'm going.
Yes. A fellow enjoyer.
What is
I see you're a man of culture.
which relationship has the most fics, and which one is the most cracktacular so far? Like where they like the one where they're like, how could you even see those people? Now, you know what? We'll just stick with which relationship has generated the most fanfic. It doesn't have to be one that's actually appeared on screen. Just like which two characters or more have generated the most fanfic in that particular pairing.
Maybe Ricky and Julian.
Yeah. I could see people who love
Ricky,
really
Julian.
messy
Yeah.
relationship fic going super hard for that
Hard
pairing.
for
Yeah, because you are a great source of entertainment and flirtation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
two beautiful boys. Yeah.
So they've been teasing this a lot.
Yeah.
They've been teasing a lot. So everyone's writing fics constantly for this, it sounds like.
Mhm.
And the writer every time that the writers show up.
The Wattpad like site keeps crashing.
The Muertos panel, there were no less than 3 people that came up and asked questions about this with various levels of accusation, and the writers just keep having to say, trust us,
I have a
and
very
the
important
viewers aren't
question.
sure.
What is their ship name?
Oh.
That's actually really, really interesting. I mean,
Mhm.
so for this, we can just go with like Julian being like Julian, but
Julian.
um,
Julian.
I'm trying to see like, hold on real quick,
Mhm.
because I have to do like,
Have to be like, yeah.
Mm.
Julian and Ricky.
Yeah, right. Gotta like think about it. Like,
Yeah,
how are we
like-
mashing these
Hickey.
names together? Because
Like,
people are
is
gonna
it-
ask about that.
With
I
the
was
J
like-
as the H noise with Ricky.
Hickey.
Hickey!
Hickey!
There you go.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah,
The
yeah,
Hickey
yeah.
fandom is strong.
Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
We
Because
are
I
pro
think like
Hickey.
I also think of like, you know, when like somebody like, oh no, I forgot to put on concealer today, kind
Yeah.
of thing. I just
That's perfect.
exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, love
That's
it.
hilarious.
Thank
So
you.
it's
Love it.
spelled with a J but pronounced with an H, right?
Yeah,
It's Hickey?
For the Spanish.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
yep, yep.
Exactly.
Hickey, yes.
Mm.
It's messy, it's public and shameless, like when it actually
Yeah.
is executed in the
Mhm.
fic. I think that,
Mhm.
yeah.
Perfect.
Thank
Chef's
you.
kiss.
I love coming up with
Mm.
celebrity portmanteaus. So
That was honestly, I'm so glad you were here for that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
truly, truly.
there was no better person for the job.
That's why you were recruited here
Oh my
today.
gosh,
Honestly.
my cheekbones
I feel
hurt.
like I finally won my seat at this table. Thank you.
I
Anything for
feel like
you.
we've got enough things spinning that I'm not going to ask another previously on question. But what I am going to ask is, and more than one person can and probably should answer this one, who has a claim on the hotel and why?
Claim. I mean, I definitely think Rafael Corazon.
Yeah. Oh, but why? Why
So,
is it
so Raphael, you've got a claim on the hotel.
I will dip into this a little bit.
Mhm.
My last time on was you uncover a letter that ties you deeply to someone. And so I was thinking of picking that option, and
Mhm.
I might be tied to someone. So I'm actually maybe related to the previously or the now deceased owner. And I might have
Amazing.
my
Oh, you
name
just
might,
a love child?
I might be a secret love child. Yes. So I think that's how I have a claim.
Raul Julia would absolutely fuck a werewolf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's correct.
Absolutely. I would
Oh.
put Raul Julia in monster fucker territory.
Yes.
I
Good.
I was thinking I would be the second wife. I would be the upgrade wife.
You were the
So no kids of my own, but like I don't know if any of the other kids would have claim. You know, like
Mhm.
kind of like trophy wife status, and it was kind of like because initially like I'm already burned and had these like expectations of how my life was going to go based on Nacio like supposed to get my life on track. It's like, you know what? I deserve a particular lifestyle, and like marrying rich was the other means to do it after after he like failed me.
So you went from aspiring actor to finding someone with diamond mines and marrying them.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow.
And like honestly, not even like seducing, just like, you know, it's
Mhm.
it's an arrangement of convenience.
I
Like
want. It makes
it's
me
a relatively loveless but marriage, but like a business arrangement kind of thing.
Separate
but
beds?
still have the status of wife.
Okay, and Raphael is your broken little bird.
Mhm.
who you may not know could be your husband's love child.
Yes, I don't know that he is actually like another claimant, because maybe.
Oh, the betrayal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I love it. It's like.
but wait. But
Oh,
So,
were we
co-
supposed to come up with a second fic? Are we supposed to come up with a second ship, or just the one? Like, do we just care about one?
I was looking for one, but
Oh no, I
we
thought I
could
heard.
do
Hickey
more.
is so strong.
Okay, the Hickey fandom is strong, and maybe
Yeah,
there
so
is
strong.
a background. I was thinking like there would be like a more wholesome fic connection
Mhm.
kind of thing. But
Well,
okay, no, I'm sorry.
obviously, Lobo,
I
like
thought I heard
Ricky
you.
and Raphael have obvious like fic potential because people want to know what their history was.
Yeah.
So that's an obvious one for me. That probably very
Yeah.
hurt comfort in the trenches type stuff.
Yes.
What else we got?
Mhm.
I want to get like, okay, I'm sorry, Jacinta. There is absolutely a just like a Jacinta bike tag on Wattpad, just Jacinta with everyone. Like,
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
She's the audience stand-in character.
basically.
mhm.
Yes.
We see ourselves in
She's
Jacinta.
the slash reader character,
Yep,
basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Her appearance changes, her mannerisms change depending on what the author is trying to project onto the other
Yes.
characters. Yeah, it's that.
So
So
We're
every,
all Jacinta.
I love
Doesn't-
it.
everyone's first. There's a saying in the fandom: everyone's first fic is Jacinta.
I like that.
Like, you're just a very easy character to like connect with, to see yourself with, and to want to see other people with. So
Mhm.
it's very good. It's okay.
We all love a rags to riches story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scrappy.
And
I actually did have one last thing to add because I think I alluded to it from my previously on. I think that also Julian may have a stake in the claim because mine is you signed a contract with a flourishing stroke. And I think that flourishing stroke was the very last time that I cast a spell on Ignacio. And it was for me to get my name on that goddamn will, which I got.
okay.
So now I've also got my fingers in that pot. I don't know anything about, of course, our lovely Lobo, but I have a feeling that I'm getting closer with lovely Doña because there's definitely more there. Like I think we're using each other.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Like
I
no, it's
keep
a
you
very toxic
young.
friendship, and
It's
yeah,
so toxic, so toxic. I love it. I love it. But yeah, I'm like your and I, of course, like, mean absolutely no bad term by this, but like you're like his quintessential like. He's like, I need you. Like, you give me status. Like, you are everything, Doña. And he's your lovely little like. I'm your accessory, your cute
Yeah.
accessory that keeps you young.
Yeah,
You're the purse dog. Aw.
you're the person. You're
I might be, yeah.
like when we're going to the mall, I need somebody to carry all my bags and also tell me how pretty I am, and also they have to be pretty enough to
Yeah,
be
there
seen.
you are. You have matching accessories.
I'm good at calling out pretty. Let's go.
I mean, you call it when you sees it.
Let's go.
I love it. I love
Boom.
it.
I like that.
All right.
I feel like I've given Jacinta a lot of potential to have a hidden role, but I don't know where I want to go with it. Because originally I was like, oh, maybe I'm like a secret heir or something like that. And I don't think that's, but like, I love Raphael being that. That's fantastic.
Yes.
But like, I'm trying to decide if I have a secret connection, do I know about it or does the person who knows that connection know about it? So like, is it the owner knew my connection and that's why I was initially hired? Or someone else there knows in some way how I'm entangled.
I feel like everyone believes you were sleeping with the owner. That may or may not be true.
See, I kind of don't want that to be true. Maybe he thinks I'm his illegitimate daughter. He knows he has an illegitimate child.
Oh, I love that.
that.
Oh, he's like,
There we go.
confused
But
identity.
he thinks it's me, but he hasn't told me that it's me.
Yeah, and you two are like
He's just
of an
really nice
age.
to me. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, he's just really nice and kind. And maybe Corazon sees it and she's like, a younger replacement. He's trying to
Mhm.
Oh
replace
yeah,
me.
because I
Yeah.
set the
Yes.
precedent that
Because
he
So
doesn't.
yes,
messy.
yeah.
So
But I'm
messy.
not. I'm not his secret daughter. I'm someone else's secret daughter.
I'm like, ooh. I'm like, she's a good lay. She's a good lay.
I love it.
honestly, I genuinely was considering being a descendant of Fernando.
I
I
kinda
think that
love
adds a
that.
really fun, like,
And then
Yes,
having
the
animal blood
vampire.
and stuff like that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the vampire.
Yeah. I like that.
Fabulous. All right. So let's talk about what we're going to be doing in 2 weeks, because I think we're at a good place. We've got plenty of threads to pull on, way more than we're going to get to in 4 hours, which
Yeah.
is good. You want to have a big, messy thing that you're like, how are they going to wrap this up? Oh, right, it's an ongoing telenovela. You never wrap it all up. Hey. So
that's how secret airs happen.
Exactly.
Only you can let your own secret air. Wrap it up. No love, no love.
So, one thing I wanted you all to know is that we are going to be letting you all take an advancement at the halfway point of the whatchamacallit, of our game. That will either allow you to take an additional it'll allow you to take an additional move, gain permanent control of an NPC, or a few other things that I am. There it is, page 99. Okay. You can gain a new move from your playbook, gain a move from someone else's playbook, which can include any of the unplayed ones, change one of your conditions, which is your emotional states. Talk to me about it. Like, pick one that fits, and we'll figure out what the penalties and bonuses are going to be. And you can absolutely have that stack with one of your existing ones, where you might end up with a +2, -4 to a couple different moves at the same time. Because Ricky can do it, why shouldn't you be able to do it? So, you can swap your question for another playbook's question halfway through. Like, if your caballero starts working behind the scenes more than in each other's faces, maybe it's time to go from handling things straightforwardly to keeping your hands clean. You can introduce a new NPC. I feel like we've probably got a lot already, but we could do that.
So you're saying I could get a twin?
Absolutely, yes. You could take control of a existing NPC permanently, which means no one else ever gets to control them ever again. You erase their hook and they're permanently yours. And you do need to explain how you became so tightly connected to them that no one can get them away from you. And finally, you can take a special move from a playbook. If
Special feature.
Yes, apologies. Yeah, like a starting feature, basically. So if, for example, we see that Ricky is being pursued by multiple people at once, maybe Ricky is like, let's formalize this. I'm going to take the suitors feature now, and I'm going to take advantage of this shenanigans to the fullest extent. So I will make sure to put those options in another tab before next week. So next week, we're going to get started. We'll all introduce each other again, and then we're going to launch right into, I'll give the quick pitch of what's going on, and then we're going to launch into the opening credits of Mansion de los Muertos. The way this is going to work is I will be describing about a minute's worth of camera shots. It'll probably closer to 3 to 4 because we're talking, not actually observing. You, at any time, and I will try to pause once per scene, can insert yourself into that to say what the audience sees you doing during the credits. this is a way to tell our viewers, who is this person, because they're probably not going to come back and watch this. This is your chance to make your opening impression, because we may not get to a scene with you as quickly as we want to. So this leaves them wanting more, establishing what's going on. Who are you? What do the producers of this show want you to think about them? So after we get past that, then I will set an opening scene with at least one of you, probably two, and y'all can, I might call for more people to come in. Please feel free to push yourself into scenes as often as you want. The game thrives when at least 3 people are in a scene arguing with each other about something important. And a 4th one is hidden in the closet, listening, and a 5th one is under the bed wondering if someone is going to shoot them. So, yeah. So push it hard. Remember, we only got one shot to do this, and push for your character to do interesting things. I don't think that'll be a problem with what we've established. I will do my best to shift the spotlight if I see that someone hasn't gotten scenes in a while, or their story isn't getting heard as much. But I need help from all of you, especially with a 5-player table, to make sure that you are pushing for your interests while keeping an eye on other players and bringing them in whenever you can. So, that's pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed this. I certainly did. And I hope that this is helpful to some people that watch it, to see how much fun even a session 0 can be before we've had a single scene. So I'll pitch this one more time. Passion de las Pasiones by Brennan Lee and Gabetta, published by Magpie Games, available in hardcover and softcover. It's a great game. It's one of my favorites of all time, and we'll see you in 2 weeks to show you exactly how crazy this is going to get. I'm Zach Nelson. You can find me on Zach Natius on Twitch or Instagram, and take it away, folks.
All right.
Let's close
Thanks,
this out.
everyone. Again, this is for charity. So, the Trevor Project, if you can donate, please feel free. And we will see you all next time. And the way that we sign off here at A Tale of D20s is from the first chapter to the last page. Be kind to each other, spread love, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Bye, everyone.
Bye.